Hi, I'm Irfan Manso.
I'm Ao Yong Tak.
And we're stand-up comedians.
And being stuck with Steven is
Hell on earth lah.
hell on earth. Really?
But like in the best way possible.
Sure. Let's see what will happen.
Yeah, let's see how this goes, huh? So 37, man.
37.
You really don't look 37, dude. And I'm not even talking about the height.
Yeah.
You just don't look 37. You look like 30s, but like young, maybe mid 30s.
Yeah, I got very lucky because I've only held like one full-time job in my entire life.
Wow.
Yeah, and I held it for less than a year.
Okay.
And then after that, I went to the voiceover thing, and then I had like what I thought would be success in mind. When I first got into voiceovers, and within like the first couple of years, I managed to clear that line.
That line, yeah.
So for a good few years, I felt like I was in a very, very good place.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when I started with the tea thing as well, because I got free time. Go lepak at tea shop.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It started with me wanting to find this one particular tea, like my wife and I got in Taiwan last time. And we want to find something similar here. And then started like one thing, and then sat down, and then, I found out that tea shops are not actually... We think of tea shops as like cultural centers.
Yeah, we do.
They're not, man.
They're not.
They're mini stock exchanges.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, right? Because
Yeah.
people come in, like these uncles come in, and then instead of like, oh, how you everybody? It's coming like, hey, this one today, how much? I got this one in stock. I got 2 boxes. Where will that go? Anybody want?
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Market price, how much? Like this kind of thing.
Damn.
Wow.
And it's really, it was really nice. It was very eye opening because you get to talk to people of like different levels. And I was one of the younger folks.
Because everyone likes tea.
Yeah. Like you wouldn't be in a tea shop if you don't like tea.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
So it was a nice place, common ground. And then you had people like all these like business owners. You had people who like ran small businesses. You had like people like CEOs of like public listed companies. People who started companies from scratch and built it like crazy. I met a lady there like at one point in her life, right? She was like, "Oh yeah, I went hunting for property. And I saw, this particular house very good, Bought the whole row. She bought the whole row. It's a very good investment. Buy the whole row. I was like,
yo, that's stupid money. Like the ability to be able to go like, oh, this seems nice.
Yeah.
We'll buy everything.
buy everything. But I mean that was when back in the day when
you could.
Yeah, because I remember like there was a time you could get a house for like what 40,000 ringgit.
Wow.
50,000 ringgit. There was a time.
There
was a time.
Wow.
We were too young to have that kind of money, but there was a time.
Wow.
Yeah, so I would not be surprised at that time. Like people who made it. Yeah, they would have like just bought stuff at that scale. But yeah, so I was at tea shops, hanging out, and then these old uncles. There'll be some that will only drink like the oldest tea they can find.
Of course.
So like there's this guy.
They want to be reminded of their childhood.
Yeah. No, the tea was older than them. They just acquired a taste for it.
Yeah.
And usually if old stuff people keep to raise the value, this guy like he buys it because it's like the only thing he can drink. Like I was like,
wait, what do you mean it's the only thing you can drink?
Like for him, that's the only kind of tea he can drink. Because other teas, like if it's too young, like he doesn't feel good about it and all that.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's a weird problem to have.
It's weird. But man, he could afford his habit.
He could afford his habit.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit. Is that your vice, you say, tea?
At a time, yeah, I would say yeah. I have a lot of vices actually.
Yeah.
I like beer. I'm proud to I'm not an alcoholic anymore but I would be quite proud to be one.
IPA guy.
Yeah, but I'm a craft beer guy.
Okay.
I've tried switching to wine. I've tried switching to whiskey, gin, all that. Dude, it just doesn't work.
Okay.
I just hate it at one point. But craft beer, that's where it's at for me.
Yeah. Do you have a vice talk?
What kind of wise can we talk in this podcast?
We do euphemism. We do euphemism lah. Just do euphemism.
Oh, euphemism.
You do is euphemism.
I think I guess a lot.
Oh yeah,
that's
fair.
not a euphemism.
I know. But I thought you can edit and cut, right? So whatever, right? But-
So I don't really cut or edit.
That's
Right.
funny as fuck. Like the idea of you just like censoring his word with just like the sound of a stone hitting a metal. Like,
like getting
Okay,
stoned. a lot.
okay. If not really edit, then
I like
yeah,
salads.
euphemism.
No, I like salads as well. I'm a fan of silly vegetables. I love some fungi. I love some functional fungi.
But
I
you
love-
know, closest you can say smoking cigarettes. Yeah, it's a vice.
Man, I'll be honest. I've stopped recently, like smoking as many cigarettes, and bro, I missed how much food tastes. I don't know if you guys have this, but like when I was smoking, like it was bad, and it was like I was craving it while I was eating.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was thinking about it while I was eating, but now that I've slowed down, I can like savor food now. Like there's flavors that I can actually like. When people say like, oh, there's a subtle thing of like da da da.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, faham, I understand. But before it was like, it tastes like ash.
Have you tried stinky tofu yet?
I haven't tried stinky tofu yet.
Oh.
I want to try stinky
You wanna
tofu.
try it?
I really want to try stinky tofu.
But it's not the taste; it's a
Yeah.
smell.
It's a smell lah. It's a smell. only.
Yeah,
Taste is actually okay.
I've been told that it's a bit like durian, whereas like the smell is a bit worse than the actual flavor.
Yeah, but that's also how you grade it.
Durian?
No, stinky tofu.
I thought they ferment
Wait, what?
it.
They think you
and-
ferment it?
No, they ferment it, but the way you know that stinky tofu is good
Is because it tastes.
Oh,
is
yeah,
because you
yeah.
can smell it from a mile away.
Faham.
If you have to walk up to the stall and then only you realize it's stinky tofu, don't buy it.
Don't buy them. Okay.
That's just regular tofu.
What's the flavor difference like between stinky tofu and regular tofu?
Stinky lah.
But you know, I think for other people it would be just fried tofu. Like for
Oh,
white
for
person
real?
in Shanghai, they eat it. Just fried tofu.
Fried tofu.
Yeah.
Fried tofu is all fried.
Okay.
But to me, the smell of it really adds.
Okay.
Really, man?
Yeah, it does.
I actually didn't dig it so much when
You
I
didn't
had
dig
it. Or like in Taiwan, they have stinky hot pot. Oh, damn. Have you tried the whole hot pot? Is stinky tofu smell lah.
Dude,
Okay?
Wow.
that is crazy.
Then I don't know. I didn't feel like damn umami or what. Okay, it's just
That is the place you bring a girl on a first date now. Just to test the waters.
Yo.
Are you?
stinky hot pot.
Yo, if we're gonna talk about first dates, you should tell that story.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we all do open mics.
Right.
One of my first open mic experiences,
Uh-uh.
my second open mic experience actually, was at this show, One Mic Stand. We all know it, One Mic Stand. I ate 3 minutes of silence on that night, as an open micer should when it's starting out.
Yeah, you ate shit.
Yeah,
You
I ate shit. I
Yeah,
ate shit for 3 straight minutes. And then there was this guy in the audience the whole night. He was just heckling everybody, just jabbing in. And, you know, it's annoying lah. And then in the second half of the set, we find out that he actually signed up for a spot as well.
Okay.
And then he brought a girl.
Okay.
It was their first date. He went on stage. He talked about it. All right? He talked about it being first date and everything. And then it was World Cup season at the time.
Okay.
Right? So he was saying things like, oh, you know, my favorite football team is this, you know, and I don't know, I'm going out with this girl today, and I don't even know why I'm going out with her, because when I ask her about her favorite football team, she says Brazil. And then when I ask her, who's your favorite players? She's telling me like Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, and I'm like, they don't even play anymore. So I don't even know why I'm out with this girl.
First date, Acha.
First date.
First date, Acha.
First date. And of course, you know, he ate silence for 3 straight
Yeah,
minutes as well.
yeah.
Okay.
At the end of the set, the girl, last date! Full house! Boom!
Dude, that's good.
Instant karma, dude. It was
good.
so
Wow,
good.
when was it? One my stand.
Was it General
One mic stand.
Space?
General Space,
General
yeah.
Generous space?
Yeah.
Yeah, General Space, I feel like was more welcoming to like dating style. Did you ever bring a date to like comedy shows?
I've seen you bring girls to comedy shows.
I've seen you
When-
bring girls to comedy shows, but you never. I've never seen you perform that night.
Sometimes though, like I when I was single, I used to use Tinder a lot, right? And then what I do is that if I got any weekend show, I will bring my Tinder date to.
Or if
see-
you were featuring or opening up.
Yeah, then
Okay.
I'll go +1 ticket, and
Nice.
then we will go.
Nice.
She will watch, and I will do. Usually weekend show. I remember some nights nobody one, 4 audience, and then she
yeah.
was the only one of the 25%. I don't know, is it to be proud or to be not proud to be featured on a night that only got 4 audience?
How did you feel the date went though?
After the night, she didn't contact me. know. It was, I don't know.
Was it the show?
Was it the
I
show?
don't know.
Must have been the other comics, right?
Bro, yeah, man. Yeah,
ruined
man.
your
Was it
vibe
the
for you, bro.
show, man.
It was the show's fault. It wasn't you. It was the show.
Yeah.
Were you okay? What I mean, what's your attitude? You just told me before, but you've not even brought your wife.
Yeah.
So like, is that
Wow.
is yeah right? Is that like a thing where you're like, this is a because for me, this is a different side of me. And if that's the first thing you see, and I talk to you after a show, that's a different thing.
Yeah,
I can't avoid that.
I would never bring a date or a loved one
Why not loved one?
or even a pet.
The
to
way
open
you
mic.
say loved one was like this is a punishment.
No, Steven, but I think I mean, okay, I don't know why the reason you don't bring your wife or kids or maybe loved ones. For
Because
me,
I love them.
but for me, I use for my mom and dad and eldest brother. I think 3 of them, for me, okay, personally, they are a little bit separated from the kids.
Yeah.
So because they are the big ones and then they make decisions. So every time when we were growing up, right, these 3 people were never too close to me. Eldest brother, father and mother. Secret, I started smoking cigarette. Never I would smoke in front of them. But in front of my younger sister or my brother, you know, middle child kind, we can. Like we can be as honest or bring them to show. But then when now I do 1 hour show, right? I'm at the stage that I just need ticket sales and it's okay like, mom and dad just come and watch me. It's fine like, anyone is fine. Auntie, uncles that I feel shy, they only speak Chinese from Klang and whatnot. Whatever lah, just come like,
I need
just
seats,
I just need break even and
This is your Chinese wedding lah.
Yeah, kind of. I always feel like that. I just hired a photographer yesterday, really like Chinese wedding, okay? Yesterday photographer. But yeah, so but it's true lah. It's also true that I won't ask my mom and dad and brother come to see my open mic.
If it's for like a showcase,
Sure.
like a 1 hour special,
okay.
I would invite.
That's a very
loved
different
ones.
thing. Yes.
Open mics though, bro.
True lah.
very true.
It's very true lah. It's
Open
very
mics
true.
are a different
Yeah,
thing.
don't-
Open mics are a different
Open
beast.
mics to me, like I love doing open mics. But open mic, bring a loved one to open mic is like, hey, want to go have a date at the alley?
Yeah.
Want to go have a date at this dark alley where Batman's parents died? You know? It's like- it feels like that,
Yeah.
Yeah, want to see me do my.
You want to have a date in the dodgiest part.
Yeah.
And it's not. I think it's not even like where it is, because I mean, like, obviously there are dodgy areas to have dates, but like it's if you've never had a conversation before or you've only texted, and then they see you do open mic, which in arguably is the most vulnerable place you could put yourself in. I was saying to him, I was just like, you have on a date, you kind of have to put up this front a bit to be cool and likable. When you go on stage, you gotta be funny.
Yeah.
And being funny, like being cool and all that shit gets in the way.
Yeah, it's like bringing your. It's like if you're a serial killer, right? And your first date, you bring your date to see all the dead bodies.
Yes.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. Like,
Because it's like too much crazy straight away. Some girls might be into dead bodies, but like not the first date.
yeah,
You know?
and even if they're into it,
Yeah.
Even if they're into it, it's
yeah, you're like, it's a red flag.
Do I like the fact that you're into this?
Yeah, exactly.
But end of the day, it is who we are on the stage, right?
That's true.
You
No, but
cannot
that's
run away
a
too
different thing. If it's
No,
a
dude.
girlfriend, different thing.
But dude, right? We all have like bodies, right? But we don't flash it at people,
We all have skeletons in the closet.
The difference between someone who flashes at strangers and someone who gets naked with their loved ones is just relationship and the amount of time the people have committed to each other,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
If you fall in love, if you expose yourself to a girl that you're married to or whatever, it's fine,
Yeah.
right? But same girl, let's rewind it back to the first time you met and you just flash just as an opening,
Too much.
suddenly
Too
you're a
much.
pervert and you're like, it's a crime.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that.
Yeah. Depending the night, what's your goal
Yeah.
is. If you want to write new joke, definitely go open mic. And then someone say, hey, I want to come and watch your open mic. Yeah, come along, whatever. It's okay.
I would
But
never, personally, the few things I will never bring a first date on, one is a movie, And open mic is another.
I go movie all the time.
Movie.
I know. Okay, movie seems like
explain the logic.
okay for a lot of people. Movie works, right?
Okay,
Because
yeah.
it's a shared experience.
Yep.
You're watching the same thing. Obviously, you have something to talk about. But to me, it's like the whole point of a relationship is communication.
Yeah.
And the first thing you do is walk into a room where you cannot talk to each other for 2 hours.
Yeah, that's very true.
Right? Yeah.
That's very true.
But Steven, you are married for so many years already. Do you still even remember your dating experience? I don't know.
How long have you been married?
About 8+ years.
Oh wow, congrats.
Yeah. Been before we got married, we were dating for about like 4 years.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
it's
12 years.
a relationship, like
Yeah.
a proper relationship.
Yeah, I didn't do the flash immediately thing.
Did you? How long did you wait to show? Because you were in music before, and I feel like music is different. Because you can show you're a musician almost instantly, and it's going to be accepted like, oh, that's cool.
Oh, we were in the same college, so we were in music college.
Yeah.
So like there was nothing to show lah. There was not. It's not a thing to impress.
It's
lah.
class assignment.
It's class assignment lah.
It's just a term paper. Okay?
So what did you guys bond on? Like what was the thing that you were like, oh, okay, this works?
No, I was just like, hey, she looks kind of cute.
right.
You know, I've been watching some like pickup artist videos.
No.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me defend.
No.
Let me defend the
God,
pickup artist
Steven.
genre. Okay.
Buat lah. Fuck it.
I know it's super cringy and it's super frowned upon.
No, I love it.
But when you are a socially awkward person
Yes.
who's not had any success with any people of the opposite sex,
Yes.
or people you're attracted to,
Yes.
having a playbook
Sure.
helps.
Sure.
You know, I know a lot of guys use it for nefarious intentions, or because they want to play the game or want to be a player and all that.
Yeah.
But to a certain degree, it does teach you the communication basics, what to look out for, and things that we were just never taught.
That's true. That's
Right.
very true.
Because like no one ever guided me like, okay, when you talk to girls or you bring them on one date, don't be creepy, don't do this, don't do that. Ask them how they are. Like
Yeah.
there's no cues. No one teaches us this stuff. That's why guys do stupid things like magic tricks, bring them to open mic and all that stuff. That's why we do. That's why we end up doing this.
Yeah.
Because if someone had just told us that, okay, just don't overshare right from the get go. Just say hi on a regular basis.
Treat her like a human being.
Yeah, treat her like a human being.
Talk, yeah.
Yeah, and then like retroactively, when you look at it, it's like, okay, this is just basic.
This is basic decency.
Basic human decency.
Yeah.
Yeah. Granted, there are some methods where like
It gets weird.
Like
it gets
you-
manipulative.
slightly, but it's also a way of having kind of like a structured way to figure out if there's any interest from that person.
Sure. Yeah.
So simple thing like dropping them a SMS. SMS that time. That's all.
Wow.
Dropping them a text
Yeah.
like at the same time every day. For like 7 days straight. And then on the 8th day you don't. And then seeing whether they reply back. And saying that, hey, how come you didn't message me today?
Yeah.
Right? Because if they didn't, chances are you're not even in their headspace at all.
It's just.
But if they do, then it just shows like, that they're concerned about that. There's some slight bit of concern or something that about you that they want to
Right.
return.
Right.
Not to say that after you're like, I got the yeah, you don't have to go down that path. Not everything is
I love your impression of that. Oh yeah.
But it's a very good indicator of like, okay, like this person actually like
Yeah.
cares about me a little bit, lah.
yeah.
And then from there you grow. Yeah. Then you take it to the next level, and then you figure things out, lah.
Yeah.
And the whole pickup artist thing, I know it gets like crapped on so much, right? But to me, it's like if you are super socially awkward and you have no game at all,
Of course. Yeah.
it really just helps you like learn to socialize at a very, very basic level. What you do afterwards is definitely up to yourself.
Yeah.
But at least, for the first few steps to figure out whether there's interest or not and all this kind of stuff, and just not to be intimidated.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like how many, like growing up, dude, even with guys, it was always like, oh, she's out of your league.
Oh, dude, I hate that.
That's the dumbest thing
That's
ever.
the dumbest thing,
It's the
man.
dumbest thing ever because like that is just not true.
It's just not true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read the book, the game, right?
Yeah.
I read the whole book.
Oh, damn.
But I felt I read the whole
And you
thing.
still brought a girl to open mic.
But the whole book, it was just like a story novel though, about this guy. His name is Style, and then how he got his name, and then with other playboy, then how they got their style, and slowly conquering area by area, like North America. They travel to Europe also for different meetings. This kind of pickup artist meeting. It looks realistic. The locations wise also they can mention what Windsor Road whatever road, New York, whatever bar. Damn realistic the whole book. Okay good I don't think the people should say that the book is an evil book. I think it's just a novel, man. Just a novel about a guy named Style and how he from a lame nice guy, high school good boy, then learn the tips and tricks to get girls, but the language is not very bad also. The language
is like calm.
It's good. Nice languages that they don't even mention genitals too much as well. No genitals.
I'm reading the book. How many times am I going to say dick?
No.
Vagina.
The book sells because it's damn entertaining book.
Testicle. Testicle. Oh, man. 3 testicles. Wow.
Right. But it does help in getting things off the ground.
I think to me it's always like you said, like the socially anxious to gain a little confidence. What for me gets hairy is when you start to get into this thing of like using not even just women but like other people as validation for yourself. And I think that's the part that like even guys in general, we see our validation as external. So we say like, oh, that goes out of your league because if you can get her, that means you're better.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's this weird thing where it's like, you never really address the problem, which is you don't like yourself. And you don't want to talk about how like the reason you're scared to talk to this person is because you don't think they will like you.
Yeah, you're insecure.
You're insecure. You don't have this and that's my issue with it. Is like you never touch on this aspect, this very raw thing. So you could slay pussy like for every weekend. Great, good for you. But at the end of the day, you're gonna go home and you're gonna be alone and you're gonna have to sit in that 3 a.m. fog that you always do. And I've been like, I can see your faces now. We've been in that fog where it's just like, oh,
what do you mean we?
Okay, fine. I've been in that fog.
I've been 4 years with someone, okay? I have not been to the fog for like 4 years, guys.
Fine. I've been in that fog.
This guy.
I've been in that fog, okay?
God.
But I feel, a lot of people say that talk to girls, go to bar, talk to people, go to club. It doesn't apply 2022.
No.
Today, online dating is so big and it's going to grow more and more online dating,
more sad,
online apps. And if you go to a club, you see 5 girls dancing, drinking, then you go to them and talk to them. 95, I don't know, is it how many percent, but for me, 90% and above, they would think you are creepy. You are not part of their group friends. If you were to talk to them, you're supposed to know them beforehand. I think that's a polite way today lah. In the past, you don't have online dating. You need to go newspaper and then write letter on speed dating, pay money, services, marriage services.
Yeah.
For Indian people, maybe they have arranged marriages.
Yeah.
But in many different cultures, China, Japan,
all got it.
Wow, so many marriages.
Matchmaking
companies on the train, on the billboard. So, so go back to the game or like picking up girls or whatnot in a club or even in a comedy place. It's not 100% applicable for us. If you're so brave, go to the club and talk to people. After 4 groups, the club would know that you are weird.
Yeah.
You're done for the night, man. Before 12, you go home, man.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta enjoy yourself, lah.
Yeah.
When you go out, like
make fun of
whatever you do, enjoy it first. And if you enjoy it, and there happens to be someone you find interesting, someone you find attractive, then go. That's cool. But don't make it the goal of the night where it's like your happiness is hinged on this one thing working.
But I do think like what you're pointing out is also why it's such a big problem that guys try to pick up girls in bars and clubs.
Yeah.
Because, if you are a guy who is completely into that scene to begin with,
Sure.
then fine.
Sure.
Right? Because it's a thing you do.
Yeah.
But for most guys, like they start going to bars and clubs, picking up girls, because that's what they've been told.
That's what they've been. Yeah.
That's the narrative that's been driven to them in their whole lives. You know, oh, go to a bar, go talk to the chicks there. Go to a club.
It's like How I Met Your Mother. Yeah.
It's like there's a TV show about it, right?
There's a TV show about it. Yeah.
But when actually the most real and down to earth thing a person can do is just go and do whatever you normally do.
Yes.
Maybe go do something new that you would actually genuinely like. Have you bump into the person there, then
Go to a gig of a band that you want to
Yeah.
see. Hang out in bookstores that like you thought about going to. Just
smell stationery at station. I don't know.
What if I like archaeology? I go to archaeology site.
Go to the museum,
Find
lah.
girls, is it?
go to the museum. Go to the museum.
What if I like extreme sports?
Go do extreme sports.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. You just have to treat the interaction like this is the normal interaction that I'm having with another person. I'm not looking for anything from this. If something happens, dope.
But real life
Something
is not
happens,
like
great.
The Sims, In The Sims, you have like NPC walking around in the extreme sports area. But in Malaysia, you go to rock climbing and all, is either kids or father. I just give you example. Okay,
Yeah.
rock climbing might
Rock climbing
be
lah,
more people lah. Okay,
Yeah.
but let's say go niche like Dota 2 crowd like cyber cafe. How many girls can you get? Okay, that is very niche.
So-
Comedy club, damn niche. Very niche.
So your question is more like
Even if the demand supply problem is there.
demand supply.
Yeah,
Damn son.
how many guys go?
Okay, but even if that's the situation, right?
It's getting interesting.
Should the go-to always be a bar and nightclub? That I'm not crapping on like individual activities, but it's the fact that for a lot of guys,
Yeah.
the go-to is always the bar and the nightclub.
Yeah.
You know why I think that is?
Why?
I think it's because most guys' game is trash.
That's true.
Because I think we're comedians. Like I personally like talking. I like talking. I'm good at talking. That's where I excel. So a bar or a nightclub, not necessarily the best place unless we can talk, unless there is space to talk. But it's not my go-to. I think the main reason people go to bars and nightclubs is because we've been like given this sort of image of like, oh, you see a girl from a crowded room and you make eye contact and then
like every
and then you're
80s
in the
song.
bed. Yeah. It's every 80s song. You see a girl from a crowded room and it's and then it cuts to your bedroom and you're making out like heavily.
Yeah, and then you're throwing money off.
You're
the
throwing
off
money
the
off the
roof.
like that's what you're given.
Yeah.
But it's like, nah, dude, that like we're so much more complicated than that as human beings. So like I get why because it's easier. Like literally if you just want sex, it makes sense. You find someone who you find attractive and then don't have to talk.
Yeah.
You just dance and then you go back to your places, right? But if that's not your thing,
It's not your thing, lah.
it's not your thing.
Yeah.
And it's not conducive to a healthy like mind.
Yeah.
Just going to a bar or a club and just getting rejected again and again and again.
I mean,
Come
okay,
on.
for example, if you're like a hardcore Dota gamer,
Right.
right?
Right.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, there's no girls in the cyber cafe.
Sure.
Duh. You find
Sir-
today I pay 100 ringgit.
Sir, that is sexist.
Okay, sorry.
Female Dota players, please hit me up so I can get $100 from,
No,
from Tuck.
you should bash Tuck by going to his show, 1 hour special called Tuck My Life.
I buy information from you guys. If you can find which cyber cafe got more than 10 female.
Dude, I'm surprised if you can find one Dota place with one girl.
Yeah.
And, like, who's not working there, I would be very surprised.
Nobody plays Dota 2 nowadays. Okay, everybody play
Valorant. I know a few Dota
I don't know
players.
that many
I know a
Dota
few
players,
female
no.
Dota players.
League, no, not around. People around my students are all Valorant. None of them Dota.
Why are you trying to have sex with your students?
Okay. I just guys students cannot, is it? I mean not have sex.
sorry.
Okay, I mean just chit chat for games.
Look, Tuck, whoever you want to get it on with, we're not gonna judge.
We're not gonna judge.
Whatever gender and all. I'm not gonna judge.
Just consenting and legal. That's all we need.
Oh man, but okay, we need a certain level of confession. Only we know how we get girls here. I will be honest here. I have never gotten a one night stand from a nightclub, even until today.
Okay.
But all are
I don't think I have. Yeah,
I mean, maybe we have been to nightclub, but it's all stuff from online dating. First, hey, tonight, I want to have eat dinner. Okay, after dinner, hey, what to do? Boring, man. 11 p.m. Let's go to Zook lah. Yeah, sure. Go to Zook, line up. Then after that, only go home.
This is how
That's
bad.
money.
This is how bad my game is.
Okay, go.
Last time, like I was singing in like a band for corporate shows and all that.
Okay.
So there was one time we were performing in Johor for a bank, right? For the annual dinner kind of thing. It was like a rock theme kind of night.
Okay.
So I was a rock singer lah. My time to shine lah.
Nice.
Did super well. Super well. Crowd loved it. And
What songs? Metallica kind.
all kinds of stuff lah. Bon Jovi and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Classic rock lah.
Yeah.
Good,
And then it wasn't classic rock at that time. But anyway, finished the gig. Went down to lepak dance with the audience.
Sure.
And then there was one girl like, oh yeah, you're really good. And then
Nice.
you know,
In
retrospect, I was like, oh, she's putting moves on me. lah.
Yeah.
And then she asked me, oh, how old are you? 18.
Oh no!
I saw the lights just disappear. I was like, good night.
Wait, you were 18? She
You
was
were
18.
I was 18.
You were 18.
Yeah.
Oh my.
She had zero interest.
Oh
Right,
my.
I-
Okay.
Yeah.
That one you can't blame anything. Like, That's
Yeah.
just luck of the draw.
Yeah.
I had
Place.
I had a sniper rifle pointed at a camper, and then at the last minute I flicked my mouse.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
But
bro.
it's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
It's honesty is the best policy. Maybe she.
No, when you have game. But when you don't have game, yeah, honestly, the best policy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, where do you get?
Huh?
Where do you fulfill your desire? Where do you fulfill
Where do
your
you fulfill your desire, dude? You sound like a monk on a like mountain. I don't do well on dating apps. Like
Really,
I pay so little attention to dating apps.
Really, you're so young, some more.
Yeah, bro. I just don't. It's not that I don't care. It's just that like I just don't do well on it. I just don't do well. And I do much better in person because in person I'm myself, and I don't attempt to, like, especially now, I don't attempt to put up a front. After COVID and everything, I'm like, dude, look, time's running out. We're all gonna die. I don't.
Are you insecure about your appearance though? Because that was a big issue for me.
I used to be.
Yeah.
I used to. I mean, I still am. I'm not gonna say I'm not, but
You should be. Kidding.
God damn. No, I used to be, and I sort of still am occasionally, but I've started to accept that, like, yeah, some people want this. I don't get why. I don't understand.
I really admire you when I see you at comedy club and then you talk to, I don't want to be racial here, but white girls, you know, okay, but you know,
Yeah.
but yes, people are okay, right?
Yeah, talk to
people. Wow, I feel, I mean, I cannot do that. My small talk skills is either I have to sell them something or I have to be like, oh, come to my show, no?
So Chinese.
3 sentences. Hey, how are you doing?
I'm
Enjoy
so
the
glad
night.
you said it. I'm so glad
Come
you
to my
said
show, you know. Then that done, you know, like 3-4 sentences for my small talk. Or at most, I would really even I find out is how's the traffic and how's the weather.
Yeah.
Did you drive to here?
Yeah.
Really, no more already.
That's all.
That's my game. That's my real life game. But on online,
Online is different now for you.
He can go and Google the wiki stuff.
I can try lah. Now these days, I a bit grown up, right?
Yeah.
I can still try to small talk, but you will if someone is, I will, like you say, out of my league, right?
Yeah.
Small talk rate will be very low. But if I feel like I don't really care on this person, I just want to have fun and chit chat. Usually it's okay though.
Yeah.
So this is where I got this from Mike about hosting. So it wasn't even, we weren't even talking about this, but it was about hosting. He said, like, dude, when you ask someone in the crowd, like, what do they do or where do they come from or everything, you're not asking to get an answer. You're asking because you're interested. So this is your place. This is your stage. This is your club. You are asking to get because you're interested. So when you actually listen to people, you allow this sense of, like, calmness to be, like, between you. That there's this intimacy already because you're not trying to sell anything. You're not trying to be anything. And especially because you're a comedian.
Yeah.
Dude, I have nothing to say. You think I'm better? Like, what do you think I have?
I'm sorry. I'm just
sorry,
imagining either you or Mike talking to a random person
Yeah.
and just going straight up to their ear, So what do you do?
Well, yeah.
I'm listening.
No, but like for it, it's like, dude, we are not like these like sirens or like these people who to be looked up to. We make dick jokes for a living. Like, let's not try it. So like already there's this humble aspect like where I'm like, yo, let's just talk. So I sort of like I realized like, no, there's no point in trying to act like either of us are better. Because even if let's say I find you like quote unquote out of my league, right? Mm-hmm. The way I see it is like, if you are willing to talk to me, simple. Like okay. Like that's just be okay with that fact. And if I'm nervous, let's say I'm nervous, right? And I was watching Bobby Lee. You know Bobby Lee, he has a podcast, right?
Yeah.
He was talking to Craig Ferguson. And Craig Ferguson, if you watch his clips, he's very good at flirting. Okay. This guy like flirts like a champ. And I love flirting. Absolutely love it. And usually by the time that I can get to that point, it's because we are intoxicated. we've done, like it's late in the night.
We've been enhanced.
It's late in the night, so there's already this vibe going on. But but with that specific thing was like, no, just be honest. So Bobby Lee's example was like, okay, what if I'm nervous and I want to talk to this person? What do I say? And Craig just goes, then go up to her and say, hey, I want to talk to you. I'm nervous, but I really want to talk to you. And then Bobby's wife just goes, yeah, that would work.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, so just be honest? Because then, and especially now, because I don't want to be in a relationship, I don't, want that added effort and activity. I'm not looking for anything. Now I'm just like, look, we talk. If you're not into this, that's fine.
Yeah.
I move on. But like, we're just gonna have a conversation, and it's just there. If we never see each other again, all good.
How many times you gotten someone in a nightclub, real life, face-to-face interaction? I rephrase my question. How many times you have hooked up with someone using face-to-face interaction as your first?
That night?
Yeah, that night. It can be built up. I count those like if you met that girl on Monday, then somehow you go out on Friday again. It counts also. It counts. No online dating app.
Yeah lah. I'm not particularly good at following up. Recently, I'm trying to get better. Recently, there's this girl who like, oh, bro. It was a Merde Karya show, and I was talking to this girl, and I texted her and said that was only recently where I was like, I should probably like try to keep up because I want to see you again. Before, what would get in the way of like I want to see you again is like, nah, she probably didn't want to see me. Like it was that lack of confidence of like I don't think I'm good looking enough. Right. I don't think I'm tall. I'm not good looking enough. I'm not tall enough. I don't have the right kind of beard. I need a haircut. I need this. Like list of things. And that would happen the day after. Like we would be chill. Everything would be great. And then the day after, I would allow myself to feel this like anxieties. And I'm like, oh, I'll never text you again. Even though I know like in retrospect, oh, there was vibes, there was feelings. But like
out there's like 5 different women out there wondering, why did he never text me? I love this beard. He had a very nice haircut.
How many times you hooked up with someone from your corporate music gig?
That's a good question.
Or does it even happen before? Or like, people say musicians always go back with girls.
That's true.
Comedians never go back with girls, always go back alone. How many times?
The closest I've ever got out of something like that was I was performing at a really dodgy bar for a New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve thing. And then one of the waitresses, because I was performing there for a few times already. Okay. One of the waitresses was like, oh, like taking liking at that. So I think the most we got, I think that night she was passing around like some stuff. And then like somehow we ended up like making out in the bathroom.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and then after that I was like, oh, okay. I gotta go back, do an next set, right? Open the door and there's this line full of people outside.
Whoa, so rock and roll, bro.
Yo,
That was the one and only most rock and roll moment of my life.
That's
man.
Oh,
dope.
Bon
That's
Jovi in your
Yeah.
body, man.
Oh my
That's
god.
dope.
I sing Bon Jovi. I am also Bon Jovi.
Hey,
that
good
night.
man, good man. That's
Good.
dope.
But
Okay.
outside of that, I honestly,
That was just it.
I honestly like had no luck with women.
Okay.
Yeah, outside of like those
Yeah.
few encounters, there was one time I was performing for and with this like Earth, Wind and Fire tribute band,
Nice.
and then like half mid set, this band was still playing. I went down, lie on the crowd for a while. I got pulled in by this Datin.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I was like, yeah, you're having fun, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta go back up. No, boy, you stay with me. Oh, Stephen! The band was playing, you know, and the band was just looping. Is he coming back? Is he coming back? I was like, yeah, wait.
No, I settled. no, it's okay. See, I settled the bill. It's chill.
Yeah, but nothing came out of that lah as well.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
wanted a sugar baby, lah.
Yeah, I have no idea.
She was a sugar butt.
I hope, man.
How
if
old were
only I
you?
knew.
How old were you at this time?
20.
I want to say
14.
14. Wow.
between 18 to 22.
Ah,
probably around
okay,
there.
okay.
Wow, some Woodstock
Naive. Very
period
naive.
is it at that time? Why are you always
No,
do
but
music and then people are so open about
The
this
whole
Music, dude, music opens people up, lah.
thing?
That's something I've
90s,
noticed.
The 80s.
But the whole one night stand thing just somehow doesn't sit with
Does it?
me.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
okay.
fair.
Sit right with me.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
fair.
yeah.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's just like there's no connection, you know.
Yeah.
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 And then it's not like I've had a lot of experience like
No,
sexual
exactly.
before, so it's
Yeah.
like you know it's
I think the whole one night stand thing, I think it can be good, but like because it's a one night stand, like by virtue of it being one night, you don't know each other.
Yeah.
And like you kind of need to know each other at least a little bit for it to be good, I feel. So even if it's just physical, like obviously there are, you know, buttons to press and boxes to tick and shit, but like at the same time it's like I don't care about you. Like I want to go home. I'm tired.
Any of you guys hooked up with someone from comedy before?
Can I just say, Tuck, you got so quiet.
Any of you guys here got hooked up with comedian before?
You were just like, any.
I mean I
Okay.
know lah for me because I was
No.
married when I got into comedy already. so-
Right.
Smart.
Yeah.
You?
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Small ass Malaysian comedy scene.
Yeah, dude. There's like 50 people.
I've been performing 10 years in this small circuit, right? No lah, once.
Once. Okay.
But no follow up, nothing, and then she's not performing.
Okay.
Because of you, is
Because of you?
No lah, I guess, but I don't know.
I
don't
feel
know,
like
but
I know which girl you're talking about.
Oh no.
I don't guess, don't go guess.
No, I wasn't gonna get, but like,
I just don't want to know who are the other guys.
you're like that. You're like that.
Wow.
No, dude, I don't care. see, okay, let's talk about this. I do not understand the obsession that men have with virgins.
No, I'm not.
No, I don't know.
About virgin.
Not even virginity, but like even the concept of like no, not us specifically, but like the general like tide of like purity and you know I haven't
still
had
got people like that,
dude, yeah, bro.
Still got people
Dude,
like
there are people who are just like, I want her to be like really good at sex but not have had sex before, and I'm like, who
Yeah.
do you think exists? What you think sex is magic? You think what is wrong with you? Because to me, like, I'm a bit different. I think I go a little too hard on the other way where I'm like, I love sluts. I will say this, like, first and foremost, I love it. But that's because it's like the experience of it. It's like just like, you're just gonna go on your own journey and I'm just gonna tag along. Like you know in India when they have those trains and people can't get on, so they just hang on to the side. That's how I feel. That's how I feel.
You're always falling out.
Yeah, I'm always falling out, and I'm just like, okay, when I need to go, I'll drop off. But like, you just keep going.
At
You
least
go,
there was
girl.
progress.
At least there was progress. Like, you go, girl. Because like, it's so weird to me because I'm like, because the a lot of the metaphors they use is like, would you rather like a lollipop with that has its wrapper, or would you rather a lollipop that all that shit? And I'm like, dude, that's not how I see it. How I see it is, would you rather, if you're getting heart surgery, okay, would you rather the grizzled veteran who's been doing this for 50 something years, who has performed over 2,000 heart surgeries, who is educated and who has degrees and doctorates from everywhere in the world, who has a steady hand even when he's sleeping, or the 20-year-old who just got out of IMU
True.
to perform heart surgery. Which one would you rather? They're wondering where is the appendix. You want that,
How cute is the 20-year-old though?
Yeah, that does tend to change people's minds.
It's like, might be worth the risk. How many hearts do you need anyway?
Yeah, how many hearts do you need, really? Like 3, right? Yeah.
But yeah, I also don't get one night stand too much in life lah. More even on
I thought he's
Tinder.
just gonna end. I don't get one night stands.
Yeah.
Too much in life. I'm like, wow, you don't get too much one night stands in life.
But also now dating, definitely no time to have game. Even though I sometimes feel like I want to game, but I will not game because part of me, I don't want my girlfriend to do that to me. I would not want that to happen. I don't want her to game with other people and make someone else like her as well. I think a lot of times I'm a bit selfish. Like I would like more people to like me, but I actually don't like other people. It means that I like the attention.
I understand that.
I want all people to fall in love with me, but actually I don't care about other people. There's a nightclub.
That's interesting. That's
ideology
interesting.
there.
Do you get jealous when you see your girlfriend flirting with other guys?
I have never seen flirting, but at the earlier stage, I got a little bit like my very good college friends, and then they just hug and say goodbye. From that one look,
Seriously?
I felt a bit. Then, but for sure now they do it again a few times. Like just my friend being very friendly. Yeah, every time he say bye, he hugged me also. He hugged her also.
Yeah.
So he hugged both. Then I felt that in the first year when we were dating. Now 4th year.
Okay.
Maybe he's bisexual.
Maybe.
Do you get jealous?
I get jealous.
I mean, like you get jealous. So like, because you're married, so it's been 12 years. Is that still there?
You don't care anymore.
Really?
Yeah, go lah. No lah, kidding.
Go lah. See what happens. See who wants to pay your bills as well. Go lah.
Don't come back to this Bukit Jelutong place anymore. Okay? Go find someone.
No. You want bangsa, right? Go. Find a apartment.
But I'm lucky to have ended up with a girl that that doesn't do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Adultery.
Adultery.
One of the Muslim sin.
Yeah.
Adultery.
Or at least I'm not aware of it
I
yet.
study a lot in humanity. Adultery.
At least I'm not aware of it. I don't know if it's happening. See, I'm a bit, I don't know if I should talk about this, but like, I don't hate watching my girl or even the person I'm seeing like flirt and be like overtly friendly with other guys. Because I find it kind of hot. Because I'm like, oh, she's like, guys want her.
I thought you were gonna say because I'm secure, but then no, we were like, whoa, okay.
Well, I mean, yeah, it is a little bit because I'm more secure than I was before. Like before, it would have been, I don't know if it would have been a problem, but I would have not liked it.
Yeah.
But now it's like, damn right.
I like your honesty. You explain it very well.
Yeah, no, now it's just like, damn right people want her.
Yeah.
But she's going home with me. So like, sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it falls back to that, right? Just being secure in yourself and the relationship. So if you feel secure in a relationship, you'll be fine.
Oh yeah, I think that's the thing. I think like, especially, you're right about the security. Because I think if I didn't feel secure with that person, it would be a very different conversation.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I'm a very strong advocate of telling people to like just stay single.
You have 2 kids, Steven.
I love my kids. I love my wife and all that. But I would strongly recommend people just, especially in this day and age.
Yes.
All right.
Yes,
especially in our country where inflation is an issue. The economy, gaji. And
Uncle, dude.
work stress
Uncle
and
talk,
all
bro.
that,
Yeah, man.
It's like, just don't get married and have kids.
Too much.
Unless, what I always tell people is like, unless you feel that life is way too easy for you, and you have way too much, and you got nothing better to do, and you just, you fire up God of War, you play, your easy mode is too easy, and then instead of going to normal or hard, you just go to nightmare mode straight away. If you want that, then good for you lah. Because it is that, no, it is that. It is that, because dude,
it's so much.
It's so much, dude.
But staying single alone, I think too much lah. I think it's okay to have a partner and then.
But that's fine.
I mean, no kids lah, no kids.
Don't you think, okay, I find partnerships or just even relationships, because I don't want to half-ass love. I don't want to half-ass love. So like if I love someone, if I'm in a relationship with you, I want to be present and I want to be there. And maybe it's because I haven't been in a relationship whilst I'm like working and stuff like that, right? But when I'm in a relationship, it's like it's this all-encompassing thing where I'm like, oh, I can't think about anything else. So that scares me, because I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can be in a relationship when I'm working or when I'm doing stuff, is because like, oh, what if I get distracted? What if I, things go wrong? So how do you guys find like that balance between like, okay, we still love each other, we're still gonna like hang out, we're still gonna date?
There is no balance. Your life just gets trashed.
Okay. Okay.
Just die.
This has been a message from Stephen Bones.
That's why it's called ride or die, bro.
Oh, Faham.
No lah, I mean, okay.
Try, just try. You might fail one relationship because you're focusing on your studies or your work. Then after that, the next relationship.
Yeah, I do come from a background where like I never saw my parents being like intimate with each other much, or like I never saw kisses or pecks.
Did they get married young?
Handholds. Pretty much. Yeah, and then like the only time I saw like my dad give my mom like a peck on the cheek was at my brother's wedding, for the photo. That was like, me and my brother were like, whoa!
Hey, yo,
like,
keep it. Yeah. Get a room.
Yo, young people, yo!
I love that. Yeah. That's funny.
But what we saw was that no matter what, up and down, right, they never split.
Damn. Okay.
No matter how bad it got, they never split. Damn. I mean, granted, there was no like crazy abusive behavior.
Yeah, thank God.
It wasn't that kind of stuff, lah. But there were challenges within the family, and sometimes challenges within the relationship and life and all that. But they stuck together.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know whether it was out of love, whether it was out of just commitment, whether it was just something people of that generation do. But it left a very deep imprint in me. So like for me, it's like, okay, when I got married, right, the part of the reason why I was never big into getting married, like I was one of those guys who don't want to get married, don't want to have kids, right? But because marriage meant to me that you go in, you don't go out.
Yeah.
Unless it's like something really, really messed up.
It has to be.
Yeah. Unless there's like straight up like crazy abuse or whatever, then fair game.
Yeah.
Right. But if it's just like you're having arguments or you're just going through a rough patch or whatever, and especially after you have kids.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Dude, it adds so much.
Yeah, because it's one thing to like argue and all that and sometimes have a bit of friction in front of your kids.
Of course.
It's another thing to completely leave.
Yes. Yes. Incredibly so.
Because the friction and all that, I think at some point, if the relationship gets better, at least your kids can see that it gets better.
Yep.
Right? If it doesn't, at least when your kids grow up, you can address it to them. You're able to talk to them. You leave, that's just,
Game over, man.
That's just game over, man. And I know it's not a one-size-fits-all thing.
Of course,
for me, like that's how I process it. Yeah. But again, if it's like an abusive relationship, whatever, then I completely understand.
Okay.
Yeah. But I feel like a lot of people, they get divorced these days because of like, like they start that like there's friction, she doesn't like what I like, and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, dude.
And I'm like,
that's why I don't agree with young marriage.
Yeah.
I don't agree. If you're in your 20s and you're getting married, I'm like, I hope for you. I hope it works out, but I don't think it will.
And also, I'm a very strong believer in living together before you get married.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you just have to see.
Dude, those little things build up, man.
Yeah.
Those little things build up. I was living with we weren't living together, but like we spent a lot of time together again. And simple things like toothpaste. How we like squeeze the toothpaste became a problem.
Oh, she's one of the monsters that squeezes it from the middle, is it?
I squeeze from the middle.
Oh, you piece of. Oh God!
But she was a bit of a neat freak. So like, she wanted a specific way, and then same thing because like I have a beard, so I shed. She was hairless because obviously
cancer. I didn't laugh. He laughed.
Yeah, that was so good.
Anyway.
That was so good. That was so good. Yo. I felt that. I felt that. Okay. I don't. What was my point? It doesn't matter anymore.
No, but like there's
there were little things that just led to like It would drive me nuts. Like, she was vegetarian, right? And like, no problem. I can cook for vegetarians. I have no problem with that. Then she said she started installing this thing where it was like no meat in the house, and that was like and dude, this is the UK. Already food sucks.
Oh no.
Already food sucks. It's hard to get food. So when you're sticking to vegetarian food, the only good vegetarian food is either Indian food, which stinks, and like if the person isn't used to that, they complain, or it's just fries. It's just potato chips.
Yeah.
And you want me to eat that? Come on, like, dude. Serious. Like, we are starved for herbs and spices. So you cannot take this away from me. There is a reason why white people love bacon. It's because they can't cook. It's the only. It's true.
Yeah. It's fail safe.
It's fail safe.
Yeah.
That's why they're so obsessed with it, because it's like, oh my god, like what is just like, no, we have flavors, we have options.
Yeah, bacon isn't as big here, right? For some reason,
no.
Not big here.
Because we understand flavor.
Yeah. Bak kut teh is bigger than bacon here.
Yeah, definitely.
We understand
Right?
flavor.
Nasi kandar is bigger than bacon.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
I want to eat pelita after this.
Yo, I haven't had nasi kandar in a while as well.
Yeah,
Actually,
man.
Ah, man.
My daughter just asked me that day, Dad, can we get brandy? I was so proud, bro.
Hey, dude,
so
that's such a
proud.
good moment, lah.
Yeah, I was so proud.
Yeah.
How old is she?
8.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the other day she was asking me like, oh, Dad, there's this Indian food that looks like mihun, but it's like a pancake.
Oh, roti jala.
No. Putu mayam.
Oh,
Putu
ooh.
Yeah, she asked for it for
Yo,
breakfast
that's
for
a
3 days in a
deep
row.
cut, dude. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like,
is your daughter Indian at all?
Wouldn't know, man.
Yeah, true.
I'll only find out if I see her. I'll ask one of these days. No, but for me as a father, it's like I just like seeing the fact that my kid is like okay with different foods.
Yes.
You know, like my youngest is just all day like fries and noodles and rice.
Is it those plain noodles? No princha, no nothing.
Yeah, one of those kind of kids.
Yeah, my sister's the same way.
Yeah. Like rice, right? Fried rice also she don't eat, no.
Wow.
Yes, because it's too spicy.
Even if there's no spice, even if it's just like egg fried rice, but she won't touch.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like I just want the rice. I don't want other stuff. But my older one, like she's a lot more adventurous.
Good lah. Good.
So the other day when I bought biryani home, then my wife was like, "Who's this for?" Because normally I'm the only one that eats it. I said, "Your daughter also want lah." She's like, "Huh? She eats biryani?" I was like, "Yeah."
Dude, that's such a proud dad moment. Like, I can imagine you seeing your daughter like eat biryani and just crying like a single like crisp pine tear.
Yeah. You want the ayam goreng? Yes. With the rempah? Yes. At first she asked me, isn't the rempah like spicy? Because it's red color, right?
Yeah.
I was like, no, the rempah is okay. Like, yeah. Then she said, like it? Yeah. You want papadum? Hell yeah. Got you some dal on the side. Because the mixed curries a bit spicy lah. So
I love the idea of your kid just coming up to you like after like eating the biryani, she like pulls your shirt and just like, "Pa, rasam ada."
One day.
Rasam ada.
One day.
Dude, I remember the first time I had rasam, and because my parents are big into banana leaf, so like every weekend pretty much it was roti. Thank you. It was roti or like nasi or whatever. And I remember the first time I tried rasam. We went there more like, dude, it was like I could drink that in a bottle. Ooh. Like non-stop. Because it's like you don't expect it. I really didn't expect it. And then it's like, oh, this is like a meal in a cup.
Right? And it's not
beautiful.
miso soup.
It's not miso soup.
Yeah.
Dude, that's my favorite kind of soup. The soup that is like, it's intense flavor. Because miso soup can be a little too much.
Yeah.
But rasam is like the small amount sets you.
It's the espresso shot of soup.
It's the espresso shot of soups. Correct.
Oh man. But yeah, I'm just happy when my kids like take on like other foods, because otherwise it's always like sushi and stuff, man. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, like I didn't even have sushi when I was a kid, I was like,
I love
bougie
sushi.
ass.
Yeah.
My daughter eats sashimi,
Wow.
I won't even touch raw salmon.
Wow.
Yeah,
serious?
I
You
don't
won't
even
touch-
like salmon.
Wow.
I don't like salmon.
Why?
You don't like raw food? Like rice, sushi, raw food so much?
Nah, I'm not a big raw food person. Especially like the sushi
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
sashimi
yeah.
stuff.
Not
like,
a fan of.
And I don't like salmon. I don't like the taste of salmon. I love fish.
Right.
I love fish and seafood. I hate salmon.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
How come you don't like sashimi? What makes you feel
It feels like
gross?
phlegm.
Oh, okay.
Like the first time I had
That's what
like
turns me on.
yeah.
I like the texture. Like it feels chewy on the meat because it's raw, right? The
That's
fish
what
is-
she said.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And there are the different kind of fish, right? So maguro fish, sashimi fish, white color one, like I don't know what,
I think it's
tuna.
yeah.
Then the fresh one when you bite it, like you can feel that this fish is great, and then that fish is sour a little bit. That fish is bitter a little bit, but still sweet in the you can feel the Norwegian water is right. Like I don't know.
This tastes like the Klang River.
I don't know, but I do curious because when I went to Japan and I had my father, mother-in-law and uncle, auntie all Japanese. First thing they say in the New Year, we eat. The New Year is very ceremonial one. Okay, you have to eat sashimi for long life, eat soba for I don't know what long life, or all this like horse meat also we eat. Okay, sashimi horse meat.
Wow.
What did horse meat
Sashimi?
taste like?
To me, tastes very beefy very red red. So
Is it tougher?
definitely harder to pull, but it's sashimi. Okay, but yeah, the first thing they say that, you eat sushi, you eat sashimi, like, wow, I didn't know like other people other than Japanese eat, but for me, people around me, my parents, my family, everybody eat Japanese
We've had
food.
sushi.
Yeah. Dude, I still wonder if like
Is it like
people from mainland China when they come here and see Chinese people eat rice with our hands, we like throw them off.
Yo, that's a good point actually.
Yeah, maybe it
That's
will.
a really good point.
Because even when I eat with my hands,
You
Wow.
rasa?
yeah, like my wife and all that, like also she like jam for a while. It's like you got fork and spoon at home. Like why you eat with your hands? And it's always specifically like nasi lemak and nasi biryani, that kind of stuff. Of course. If like Chinese stuff, if like our normal rice kind of stuff, I won't.
How
use
come
fork
though?
and spoon.
How come though? You grew up with, I mean, when you're 5 to 7 years
No,
old.
my parents don't do that as well. It's just me.
But when you go to school, high school, SMK, then
I went to Chinese high school, bro.
What? Then how come though? Then when you pick it up
You
suddenly.
know, I get it though, because it's easier. For me,
Yeah.
the reason because I prefer fork and spoon. Now I prefer hands simply because it's easier. I don't have to worry about cleaning up. I just need to wash my hands. That's it.
But if you're eating out, you don't even need to wash it.
Yeah, lor.
Yeah lah. But like, it gets too like when you're eating like meat or something and you have to take it off the bone and it gets like flimsy. I don't like that.
Yeah,
No, but for me, it was. I think I just saw other people do it,
Okay.
Okay.
and then I was like, let me try this at home.
Oh,
And then
yeah. You practice at home
Yeah, I
first.
practiced at home. Let me try first. And then I was like,
Why?
holy crap, this tastes so much better.
It does. It really does. It really does.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like for some reason, fork and spoon just. Like the other day, just for sanitary purposes, I had to eat biryani with fork and spoon. I felt I wanted to die, man.
No, yeah, I agree. I completely agree.
It's so bad, yeah.
You haven't finished your sashimi explanation. Why do you find that many people at your age also don't like sashimi? Older people at your age?
No, I think it's just me.
Okay.
just
Your
me.
wife eats sashimi.
My wife loves sashimi and all that. It's just me.
Okay.
My friends go for like I know people on my Facebook go for these omakase and all that. Ooh.
Like 200 ringgit just raw fish.
Yeah, oh, chef selection. Like the chef didn't even cook it.
Yeah,
man.
I know, right? What the fuck the chef did, okay? And why got 18 people at the kitchen when you don't cook anything?
Yeah, exactly.
18 chefs there standing.
Just with one blowtorch, you know. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, always those omakase with 20 chefs there standing.
What are you doing?
Just get on a boat and just fish lah.
Yeah, man.
Let's just go to an
Watch it
aquarium.
for what? Huh?
I know.
Busy body for
Do you
what?
have auntie uncle don't like sashimi, especially the older ones or like?
Probably. I haven't really asked. The only reason I like my nuclear family specifically like sushi and sashimi is because my parents met in Japan.
Oh, then for
My
sure.
parents met in Japan when they were both like, I think my dad was an expat or something like that lah. And yeah, that's the only reason that me and my sister like it. Otherwise, like I obviously like we go to Sushi K or whatever. Like,
Malaysia also so.
It's like Malaysia is you
Sushi
know
King
it's there.
Your young time also go already.
Yeah, but I feel like
KFC.
I do feel like raw sushi is a bit of a step. If it's sushi, that's fine because there's rice. So it's like fish and rice and the soy sauce and the wasabi. It makes sense. Raw sashimi is a step.
Okay.
I think it's a step.
Yeah.
And like salmon is the easiest. After salmon, you get into weird territory. Cause like, what's the really dark red fish that's like very rich?
Maguro lah.
I think might be maguro.
Maguro.
Dude,
fish.
I remember I thought I would like it, and I ate it, and I was like, this feels too wealthy for my mouth. Seriously.
Yeah.
And I wanted to spit it out because it was like, it's so hard to describe because it doesn't, I've never had that thought with anything else.
Right.
But this one was just like, why is this so, like, why is it so, it's almost like it's saying, I don't belong here, like in my mouth. You know, like it was holding my mandibles open and going like, you filthy peasant. Like,
Oh my gosh.
it was so weird because I don't have that with like I feel like cheaper sushi and like cheaper sashimi, you don't really have that.
Oh, yeah.
But when you get to the good stuff, it starts becoming this like weird like phlegmy lah.
Yeah.
It's that phlegmy thing of like
For me, right from the get-go, it's all phlegmy.
it's all phlegmy.
It's all phlegmy.
That's fair.
I don't know why it's not cooked.
That's good.
I'm like,
That's got good train of thought, you know.
there's not much flavor.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah,
then you go and dip it in soy sauce, which masks the flavors. So all you're left with is just a salty, wet, cold,
Raw meat.
phlegmy, chewy thing, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's
On rice.
That's
Yeah, that's why I don't.
that's how I do well on dating apps.
But
Like, I'll eat like the seasoned octopus and the scallop wings.
Yo,
all
the
that.
octopus
I'm
is
all good.
dope. I love the
Yeah,
octopus. Yeah,
but it's just the raw fish, and it's not like I don't eat raw fish. If it's like the old school original OG yisang, not the one we toss, you know, the one that like old fishing village people used to make with sesame oil and like onions.
I
and
had that in Pulau
spring
Ketam,
onion.
dude.
Yeah, that's so.
They still have it in Pulau
Oh,
Ketam.
good,
It's
okay.
nice, dude.
damn nice, dude.
Damn nice.
That one is damn nice.
real fish they use.
Real
Yeah,
fish?
real fish.
Real fish?
Real
Cook,
fish.
cook fish.
No, raw
raw fish.
No, raw.
Raw fish.
What kind of raw fish they use?
I think.
Cannot be tilapia.
No,
right?
not tilapia. It's
No,
definitely ocean fish.
um,
Ocean fish.
Ocean fish.
Okay.
Go to Pulau Ketam still has a lot of that. I went there with a friend. Like,
Okay.
dude, one has got cheap ass seafood. They got cheap ass seafood.
Real yisang.
Real yisang.
Wow.
But it's
nice.
because like it's this little enclave of just like Chinese Chinese community, and they're all on jetties and everything.
Yeah.
So they keep the prices are damn low. Damn good.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. Like, raw sushi, I just can't do it.
Have you tried dogs? Yeah. I have not, but I just because you're older, 37. So for sure you are old. Yeah, I don't know.
Like, no, over the age of 30, you've had dog meat.
I don't know. You are older, right?
Yeah, you survived Y2K. Pretty sure you guys eat dogs at the time.
You were born before 1990, so that's when everything was in black and white. Yes,
Everyone eat dogs.
everyone ate dogs.
No, right, I
You had to
know.
kill people who had polio. I get it. Yeah.
No, the weirdest meat I've ever had was one was snake, the other was squirrel.
How was snake?
Okay, the funny thing with the snake, right? I was in Singapore at the time,
Oh, of course.
Okay.
so really young. And then, you know, as a kid, you have this habit of checking the fridge and the freezer, see what's in there, right? Just
Yeah.
for the heck of it, right?
What do you mean as a kid? what do you mean as a kid?
Now you also check it.
No, dude.
Every day. Check.
Even if I know I'm the only one in the house, I'm just be like, oh, it's different now.
I haven't bought anything for 3 months. I'm pretty sure something's in there. So yeah, I would open up the freezer, and one day I saw like, what's this like big black thing that I've never seen before? I took a closer look. I like pressed it a little bit. Oh, it feels like a coil. I didn't think much lah. And I just closed the fridge. Oh, God. And then one night, my mom cooked like this herbal soup thing. And I eat. And then halfway through, my mom asked me like,
Good.
"Hey, good ah?" I said, "Yeah, it's damn nice." I was like, "The meat, meat is good ah." And it's like, "What is this ah?" "Oh, it's that thing in the freezer lah the other day." "What was that ah?" "Snake."
Yo, that's the most Asian mom thing ever. Just like,
But in Hong Kong, is a delicacy.
No, I know,
but it was
Every
good.
Winter delicacy.
Yeah,
snake,
dude.
It was good though. It was good.
The fact that she didn't tell you and she started that sentence with gooder.
Like, I do that to my kids as well. I do that to my kids as well.
So was it like, how would you describe the texture? 'Cause I've been told like biawa and snake apparently is similar in that like it's like land fish. So it's very bony, kind of on the stringier side.
I don't really remember the bones, but I remember the meat being it's like a really super duper nice chicken.
Okay.
Like imagine
Well,
like,
you
like
are what
very
you
good
eat, yeah.
like chicken drumstick or thigh meat, right?
Oh,
But much nicer.
that actually sounds really nice.
Yeah. And then squirrel,
Python,
squirrel was the other one.
Where did you have?
Yeah, where did you have
in
squirrel?
Malaysia?
Squirrel, because last time when my mom and dad used to run a chap fan restaurant in Johor,
Nice.
every now and then they'll get like hunters bringing them like wild boar,
Okay.
Okay,
to cook
that's
like wild boar
normal.
curry.
Yeah.
Yup.
And then so one time the hunters like, if you got squirrels, also you want.
Nice.
And mom was like, how much? Oh, $3 for one squirrel.
Yeah.
Take like 10 or 20 of them.
Yeah lah.
And then like I'm like I don't even know where my mom learned to cook squirrel.
Yeah, bro. Like there's not a lot of meat on a squirrel.
Yeah, so I remember she said that you have to stew it for like at least 8 hours, something like that. Because squirrel meat is apparently really, really tough.
Okay.
Because like
It's a rats.
they're
but
jacked,
They're
lah.
jacked.
Trees.
There's no
They're
fat, no.
massive.
Yeah,
Trees.
just jacked,
Yeah,
you know. So it's all muscle, you know. And then after 8 hours stewing, ate it, and there were some pieces that were not as well cooked through. And when you bit those, right, it's as if like you bit a chicken bone, you know. But then
Serious?
actually it's the squirrel meat, you know.
Yo.
But the ones that are well stewed properly and all that, right,
Nice lah.
it's damn nice.
Normal.
The bones though, the bones are so cute, lah.
You want to make a miniature of the squirrels?
But my ultimate favorite meat, I have two favorite meats. One is crab, and the
Okay.
other
Yeah.
is frog.
Oh, how's frog?
Yeah,
I've tried before. Yeah.
Good,
Quite common.
frog is really the best of fish, the best of chicken. But you get frog.
Okay.
Yeah,
Frog porridge is very good.
Frog porridge.
Yeah. Chinese frog porridge. If you go to any porridge shop, they for sure have frog porridge. Right? It's quite common, not illegal, right?
Yeah lah,
Frogs
yeah lah.
and,
yeah.
like-
I'm actually quite sad that frog is not more common over here.
Okay.
Because in Singapore you can buy like frozen frog legs in the supermarkets.
Wow.
Yeah, just the frog legs, Because
wow.
so as a kid in Singapore, I only saw the frog legs.
No frog.
Then when I came to Malaysia,
Wow.
my parents were like, "Oh, you like frog, right? Come now, we go. There's this restaurant they sell frog." Went there, and then we ordered. And then when the thing arrived, I was like, "What the hell is all this other stuff?
Where's the ball? Oh my god, eyes.
Why is this thing like looks like a mouth? Why are there ribs?" I was like, I thought it's just the leg only.
Yeah.
I was like, no, it's the whole frog lah. I was like, oh, damn.
Now you,
cool.
yeah,
That's
you have to skin it first.
Yeah.
and then-
So
I agree with the crab. The crab is.
It felt like KFC selling you a chicken head, you know. That's what it felt like.
Yo. Dude,
Insects.
fish head is dope though.
Yeah,
Fish head?
Oh.
Oh my god. I missed that probably the most. Like, I didn't realize how good it was until I left and I came back. And I realized like the fish head is so, because people associate it with the eyes, so they think it's like the jelliness, and that's what the sliminess of it. But if you cook it well, the flavor seeps into everything. So the gel is like just a tougher soup.
Yeah.
And is so good. I
Because
love.
it's got that combination of skin, flesh, and bone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cheek.
So good.
Fish cheeks, fish eyes. Love it.
Yeah,
Love
fish
it.
cheek, super good. And yeah, the collagens in the head, like, wow, so good.
So good.
But I like eating like all the offcuts.
I like the offcuts.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
all this like the chicken gizzard.
Oh.
It makes me
chicken
feel. It
intestine,
makes me feel. It makes me feel more masculine. Because I don't usually eat it, but like if it's there and if it's like cooked in like kunyit or whatever again, and I just bite on this. It like I'm not even at the table. I'm just like in front of the TV, and I'm like, I'm a king. I'm a king eating something I killed.
But like for me, chicken gizzard, like everyone else around me don't like it. Even my mom, when she found out that I like chicken gizzard, she's like, since when? And I'm like, it's good one. And she's like, it's so tough. It's so chewy.
Yeah, it's like
Like, that's the best part.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like one time, when my mom was staying here with me, we would go to like the market in one of the markets, right, in Klang. And then I'll ask him, oh, this one is what? Oh, this one is the liver. Oh, this one is the lung. This one is the heart.
I don't like organs that much.
Yeah.
Organs to me are a bit like
Heart and lungs.
yeah. I feel like they break apart so easily.
No, not heart though.
Not hard. Okay.
Not hard. Heart will not break. Yeah.
Muscular.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I remember one of the nicest one was like the pig heart. Just my mom, even my mom didn't know how to cook it.
Nice.
Because she's like, I've been cooking so many years, I never cook all this kind of stuff.
Okay.
And I just told mom, just cut it into smaller pieces,
Yeah lah.
powder it and fry it. That's all I really want.
Yeah.
And it's so good, dude.
Pig heart.
So good. Yeah. Because even like the chicken gizzards, all that, right?
Yeah.
Also, I just batter, fry, done.
Done, dude.
Yeah. If you want to cook sauce, all that, that's extra.
that's
That's extra.
extra.
Yeah.
Okay
But if
lah.
you're not sure how to cook it, powder, fry, done.
Have you tried dog? No.
Dog, no lah.
What's the weirdest meat? What's the
Insects.
Oh,
But then
okay,
it's
how is
like
that?
all type of insects in one shop. Like I went to China with my friend, like about 20-30 km from Shanghai, go to a small village. And there are people that eat insects. And then they sell you like those net to catch insects.
Oh wow.
Like so funny, like kids are doing that and then the adult is selling insects and some people are frying. It's like a whole ecosystem there for
That's cool.
insect food court lah, some shit like that.
That's cool.
But it's fun. They have a few insects and a lot of them are like prawns are a bit like they have shells and you have to suck the meat in between.
Tastes good, huh?
It's quite nutty, right?
A bit nutty and also depending on the spice. The spice is like some Sichuan spice, right? So actually most insects taste the same.
Same, yeah.
Just the texture for sure different. Lah.
Yeah.
I just see insects as like land shellfish.
Yeah, land
You know,
shellfish.
Land shellfish, like simple.
Sea cockroaches.
Sea cockroaches.
Yeah.
Real cockroaches.
They're actually very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you kill cockroaches and you press a prawn, it feels real the shell
that
feeling.
What's that East Malaysian, Sabahan or Sarawakian that has
Butot.
like worm buto?
Oh my god!
I'm
tried
wanting
that.
to try that,
I
dude.
tried
It looks
that.
so good.
How is
I
it?
tried that.
Nice, huh?
It's fucking girly lah. The worm is still alive, and I take a chopstick and then put in my mouth.
That's why
and
you
then,
kill it quick.
And then I bite it into half. Finally, it died, but you know, it's
Still like-
chewy.
moving, yeah.
Definitely chewy, and then I dip in the chili soy
Nice, huh?
sauce and then eat the second half and then
Imagine someone just bit all of you, bit half of you.
That's
I
what
know,
I'm saying,
right? Dip
dude.
the rest of your body in
No, dude.
chili sauce.
That's what I'm saying,
I
bro.
was so sick. I don't know. Like, is this a food or am I playing with it or what? Is
That's
this?
why you gotta dip all of the thing in chili sauce. Well, I've been told like you gotta dip all of it in the sauce, and you eat it in one sitting.
Yeah, but
because if you bite it, you're gonna get that thing of like
But apparently you can't eat the head though. You can't bite the head.
Okay.
So you gotta bite it, all of it, but without the head.
So no head.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Imagine it's on your tongue and still moving. That's why you need to bite it half first. I don't know. That's how unless you put it on your left or right back of the rack of your teeth, and then I just
You're
crunch.
still gonna feel it in your mouth.
Oh my god! What if it moves to your right when you're
I've
aiming?
seen it on pizza though.
I've seen it on pizza as well.
Yeah. I'm quite interested to try that.
One day, if we
I'm
do
curious.
comedy in Sabah, this Red Onion Club or something, I don't know. I don't know if we all were to be doing together.
Dude,
we
I'd
go
be down.
take-
I'd be down to eat. Like,
Tang my life in Sabah.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Yeah, we go there and then we go. I shoot a video of you eating
Bro,
four.
I'd be down to eat
one plate
insects.
10 ringgit got
Yeah.
5. Yeah.
Like grasshoppers seem the most interesting to me because I don't know. I feel like I've always associated them with the insect market. Because you remember Nat Geo, like when insects started becoming a thing and like white people discovered it, like people would just like go to Thailand or Cambodia or whatever.
Right.
And I always associate it with like that is the thing that kills off like wheat and like crops, like locusts.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
So like turning them into food and eating them is like I don't know. It like to me it's just like yeah, damn right. We're taking back the power.
Yeah, it's like that whole thing of like in America they have like invasive species of like what's this snakeheads,
Yeah.
carp and all that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just eat them lah.
Eat it lah.
Just eat it lah. Like how are you?
Well, you
How
get
is it?
squeamish, is it?
Yeah. How is it possible that you guys have an overpopulation of wild pigs in Texas of all places?
Yeah, bro. They have a
man.
Burmese python population in Florida, but also a lot of the South because after Hurricane Katrina, there were so many people who owned Burmese pythons in the States. After Hurricane Katrina happened, all these snakes were just like released.
Yeah. They became homeless.
They became homeless.
Prison.
Dude, and these things are like killing machines. Because like, you know, like a Burmese python has to live in like jungles. So imagine if you didn't, imagine your whole life, you had to live in jungle where everything is trying to kill you and you're trying to kill everything. And then suddenly you're in this open field where there is a buffet every day.
Yeah, and nothing can kill you.
Nothing can kill you. Yeah. Alligators maybe, but even then, you wait a few years, you're bigger than them.
Yeah.
They're like machines. And it's that stuff where I'm just like, if you want to kill, eat it.
Yeah, and like in their states, if you catch it and bring it to the government pays you money.
Yeah, they do. They do.
And I'm like, and then what do they do with the bodies? They just dispose it. I'm like,
they just throw it away.
Just eat it.
Eat it. Just eat it.
And I know it tastes swampy. And no. You don't know what the herbs and spices are, my friend.
Called cooking.
Yeah.
Is cooking food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They complain.
Just go ask your Chinese friend.
Correct.
They'll make maximum 3 phone calls.
Yes.
That's all they need to find out how to cook it. Yeah.
Because they complain about like Brussels sprouts. You how many times we've seen movies and all that where white people complain about Brussels sprouts.
Right.
Until I found out what Brussels sprouts were. And I was like, dude, I've been having this like almost every other week. And it's not bad. And I realized the reason like all these movies and all these places like show Brussels sprouts and vegetables as gross is because they're steaming it.
Oh.
Wow.
They are literally just steaming or boiling it and then they serve it to their kids. And I'm like, yeah, no wonder they don't want to eat it.
Oh, God.
Put some spices,
Of course
sauce, lah.
lah.
Put some soy sauce, oyster sauce,
Soy,
and fry
oyster
it.
sauce, put some fried. Like, what are you
Yeah,
doing?
garlic or some shit, right?
And it's unhealthy and just like, oh, you think this is healthy?
Oh, my God.
No, they're like, of course they don't want to eat.
Yeah. Like another proud moment, daddy moment I had recently. Like my kids, like I started making cheese toast at home.
Nice.
Basic cheese toast lah, just bread, slice of cheese, done. Right. Then my kids loved it. Kept asking me to make it.
Okay.
And one day I decided like, oh, you know, I like garlic cheese naan. Why don't I put some minced garlic on the cheese toast?
I'm getting so excited.
And then put a little bit of margarine and butter on top and then put it in the oven. Made a couple slices for myself. Thinking that, okay lah, it's raw garlic on top, man.
Yeah,
the kids are not going to dig it right. Even my wife was like, ugh, you know. But then when I had it, I was like, oh, damn, this is good. And then my daughter was like, can I try? I was like, okay lah, try lah. And she's now, every time cheese toast, garlic. Make sure there's garlic on it.
So say those ingredients again.
Bread. Sliced cheese.
Or
any cheese you want.
American cheese.
And just,
American cheese.
And just minced garlic.
Minced garlic.
That's it. And then maybe if you want just like a little bit of butter or...
Steven, I have an erection right now.
Lace a bit of sugar and other powder.
Don't complicate it. Don't complicate it. Don't complicate it.
Don't complicate it.
Yeah.
I'm almost there. Can we just...
Because in my head it was like, okay, if we have cheese naan and then we have garlic cheese naan. Naan is a type of bread.
Yeah.
If this works for naan, why wouldn't it work for regular bread?
Naan is bread.
Yeah.
Naan is bread in India.
Yeah. So like it's not that far a jump.
No.
Yeah. So clearly cheese and garlic as a combination
Garlic
works.
gardenia.
Yeah. It works, dude. It works. Yeah. I didn't okay, first time I did it was on like the RT pastry, nicer bakery bread. I tried it with gardenia and Massimo. It was still good.
Nice.
Still good.
I remember having this was a while back lah. You remember the old Jaya? The old Jaya.
Where is that?
Section 14.
Okay.
So it was before they got rid of it and they demolished it and stuff. They used to sell baguettes, like it was this bakery. They would sell baguettes. They would sell in little paper bags, cut baguettes with a little bit of butter, a little bit of kaya. And it was freshly made baguettes, And we would go get, groceries or whatever, and I would ask my mom if we could have that. Dude, I could live off that. I used to save it for like the next day for school.
Yeah.
I used to tell if I was more business minded, I could turn it into a business. Straight up, it was so good. Because like I feel like we are so good with flavors that even simple things like Maggi goreng, can we just talk about how fantastic fantastic we are.
We made instant noodles complicated.
We make instant
And
noodles
better.
complicated, but better. So much better. And then you can add more. Did Rakib tell you like his monstrosity Maggie?
I've heard him order it, but I don't remember the
Okay,
combination.
okay. So outside of Crack House was this I don't know what it's called. I think it's called Pollo Chicken or something like that. But it was this stall that sold fried chicken skins.
Oh yes.
Just fried chicken skins, and there was different spices, but they put powder on it and they gave you a paper bag of fried chicken skins. So we got that each. We went to Maulana and we got Maggi goreng, ayam goreng, telur mata. And then on top, we would put the chicken skin. So you would have this, you would break the yolk and you would have a layer of like ayam goreng with princha and then Maggi and then the yolk soaking everything with the egg and then like the crispiness of the skin. Brother, better than sex. It made me appreciate life and not gonna lie, solidified my faith in God.
Wow.
Like before I was like, I can take or leave it, but I had that and I was like, dope. Because it was like it was the most clear example of our domination as a species over other species. like I will take your child and I will take you and I will skin you alive and I'll cook it together in the most basic, like carbohydrated, calorific noodles. And we will put that together and I will eat it after going telling dick jokes in Taman Tun. I win. I win.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, I'm so glad that place that the chicken place had like left after the point because dude, we were gonna get heart attacks.
Yeah.
It was so good.
So good.
It was so good. I'm pretty sure it's still a thing. They're probably gone somewhere else. One day I'm gonna find that place.
Because dude, like fried chicken skin, right? Like I didn't even know this until I went shopping with my mom.
Yeah.
Like normally we go buy our produce at like supermarkets and all that, right?
Yeah.
And then like sometimes fish eggs, the fish roll you have to pay, right? You have to buy.
You have to buy it,
chicken
sure.
skin you have to buy. Bro, some wet markets they give it away for free, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Like when my mom bought fish, right? And when I was like, oh, got eggs. I was like, hey, can I ask the man how much? Then my mom was like, hey, the eggs how? I give you lah.
Oh, nice guy lah.
Yeah, sometimes, you go to chicken shop, right? They give you chicken heart for free.
Oh.
And one chicken only got one heart, right?
Yeah.
And I went to China, right? I saw like you can buy a bag of chicken heart and then, roadside street food,
Nice.
one chicken heart, one, it's quite nice.
It's good, yeah.
In Malaysia, everywhere got chicken heart, you go to chicken shop and then,
Yeah.
everyone will have a bag of chicken heart.
Like where is KFC like slaughtering all the chickens? I want
No, for real? Where?
I will get it, send it to China and sell it back to China, okay?
Yeah, bro.
I start my own Alibaba.
freaking chicken gizzards, chicken
Alibaba.
intestine, chicken heart, all that. Where's it going, man?
Dude,
KFC,
that's
come on,
so
man.
true.
You barely even see chicken necks there.
Okay, I want to talk about comedy a bit.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
I want to talk about the power dynamic of the comedy.
No, you gotta say, okay, cool.
Okay,
next,
cool.
Next joke.
enough of your chicken heart and chicken wing and chicken. What? Ever since Crack House closed down, where do you think comedian can do comedy? Simple way of asking. Yeah.
Ever since Crack House closed down?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's the obvious places.
Right.
Joke Factory. Yep, that's it. It's literally the only club
Right.
that's specifically for comedy.
Yeah.
And then there's Line Up in Hartama. Like, I don't know if they're doing it in Hartama anymore, but Line Up.
There's show organizers running shows
Exactly.
in venues, but those venues are not comedy clubs. per se,
Exactly.
lah. Yeah.
And that's something we have a lot of venues, show names attached to venues.
Yup.
And so those venues change, which can be good, can also be bad.
Yup. Power dynamic.
But the power dynamic, I would say, like the problem with those kind of shows of having a name and a venue is that you don't know when the venue's gonna like upscale rent. You don't know when the venue's gonna pull out for whatever reason, or they have another thing going on.
Yeah, because even in the
Same like
US,
music lah.
yeah,
Same
even
like
in the
music
US,
itself.
comedy clubs are such a brutal business.
Yeah.
So I don't see that happening here. I don't see comedy clubs blooming here, lah. I'm surprised to see even venues
Yup.
popping up.
Right.
Like general performing spaces to begin with, like PJ Pack, D-Pack, all this. The fact that there's even venues, I'm surprised. You know, because it's not like our country has been constantly promoting the arts and nurturing it the whole time.
Yeah. What do you mean? Malaysia loves artists.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at our NFT collection.
Because I used to think like that the power is conquered or like divided by two factions. One is Crack House, one is TJF. If you ever
I thought you were gonna say Barisan Nasional.
two factions.
It was government and opposition. Always.
But yeah, this CH and TJF. You know,
You thought it was that long.
Yeah, some comedians we might prefer to perform here only and don't perform there. Or some comedians two places also perform, and some perform at B, don't perform at A, whatever, right? Now only TJF is still standing, you know, and be sad lah for sure if Crack House closed down and since 2014 and you know. Then I find it very hard for comedian to forward if you don't make your own show, right?
Yeah, that seems to be the general consensus now.
Yeah.
Is that why you're putting together your own show?
Yeah, definitely.
You're like, the club is no more.
No,
so you know what I'll do? I'll rent a 600 seater venue.
No lah.
No, I remember you bringing up your special. I think before Crack House, before any of that stuff happened.
Yeah,
you already mentioned like I want to do a special, not just as like it's about time, it's been 10 years, but it was also like, hey, I need a countdown. That's what you said to me. You said I need a countdown so that I pay this amount, and if I meet that, and I have to meet the target, no choice. Do you prefer that way of working? Now that you've had it both ways of like going to shows and performing and taking your time, or do you prefer there is this time and I have to meet that goal?
Do you enjoy having corporate KPIs? So
yeah, basically lah.
I definitely like the later one because I have never felt so alive in these few years already.
So
I feel I paid so much money. I deserve this shit. I deserve to promote it as shameless as I want.
Yeah.
It's my money. You all didn't pay. My parents also didn't pay. If they want to come and watch. But yeah, I like the second one. But
you just organize a Chinese wedding like that.
yeah. A little bit like that. Yeah. But yeah. Then you know we. Okay, I want to talk about the groupies thing. We can see that there are a lot of groups happening in comedy.
Sure.
If you want to perform at all the venues, you got to be friends with everyone. Networking at job. I played The Sims 4 hardcorely recently. Wow, part of the requirement for you to get promoted at your job, like you want to be a movie star, is be friends and have good relationship with your coworkers.
I love that your point of reference is Sims. I love that.
I am now imagining Tak going through life, not knowing how to navigate life. Until he discovered The Sims.
Yeah, I know. That's so fucking realistic. My Sim is a fucking comedian headliner, okay? Every hour, 2,100 Simlion, okay? And I work 8 hours, 10,000, man. My Sim is a successful comedian, man.
Dude, that's so funny. You should tell that line. That's a good joke, dude.
Oh my god.
You should talk about how your Sim is more popular than you.
Yes.
When you do a joke at a gig, right, and it doesn't land, just say that my Sims the audience in the Sims
This
laugh.
killed in Simville. Just letting you know. Just letting y'all know, you guys might not appreciate it, but baji go.
She likes it.
Oh my god.
So
yeah, but you have to be groupie with others.
Yeah, you have to. Do you? Because you said that you sort of get awkward with it. Do you think because now it's you have this goal and this deadline, you're just like you're being not shameless. Like I don't think shameless is the right word, but you're being much more confident with like, hey, I need this. I need to go here.
Yeah,
so like,
there's a purpose now.
There's a purpose now.
Yeah.
It's just directed you better lah.
Yeah, definitely. But also in between, there's a lot of harsh. Now when I'm at the final stage, I'm really okay already. I just have to do a few more push of sales, marketing.
Sure.
I can just focus on material. But in between, I also learned that venue is expensive. You think you can do, you can sell tickets. But wow, after 4 months, I started in about June and July. Wow, now after 4-5 months, I only sold 10-20% ticket. But it's breaking even. But even so, the 4 months, I got so angry with girlfriend. I got so angry at Sim. I got so angry with a lot of people.
Wait, when you say Sim, you mean comedian Simtong or
yeah,
Simtong?
comedian Simtong. Like if you were to be close to me,
I'll uninstall you, Sim. I'll uninstall you right now.
Simtong.
He was hosting your thing or opening?
He's opening. Brian hosting, and then I get angry with everybody who asked me to do the show. When I tell them like, hey, I didn't. The ticket sale is very bad, and then Sim would say something like, it's okay lah, you know, you try your best, or like, hey, don't think so much about it lah, it will be great. And then all those, and even my girlfriend say the same thing. It's okay lah, it's gonna be good. And all I think of is that if you say so easy, why don't you help? Why don't you share? Why don't you make original?
And at the end, yo, it's not your money on the line.
Yeah, you know. Then we all learn.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Then we all angry at our own friend, our own loved ones, and it's not working.
But you understood that they were coming from.
They were trying to
comfort you and console you, right?
Yeah, Lord, man. Okay, lah, but I got over that and also say sorry. It's been 1-2 months ago, but now I'm really okay already. Yeah. So, yeah, I feel the comedy dynamic thing is like, yeah, there are young people, one gang, then there are older comedians, one gang. For example, like Jason, Douglas, they all have one gang, I think lah, okay? But actually everyone can join. Just have to ask spots and all. I don't say you 100% cannot join them or, let's be politically correct here.
Okay.
No. That's, I think
and then there is a
talk about.
Harish gang, there is another groupie going on. Yeah. Then, when we perform, we want to have a crowd. Actually, we can talk to our own mirror or our own friends, 2-3 people, and try jokes. It's also fine. Sure. And we look at Douglas, Jen Han, Jiho. Their older time. They don't need open mic to do a show. They just go and book, and then they go home right for whole 6 months. There wasn't any comedy open mic those times.
Can I tell you how they do that?
How?
So I was very lucky, and I managed to do this masterclass thing,
with
name drop, with with View, like View, VIU.
I know VIU.
They do like
that's a streaming platform.
It's a streaming platform, and they had a pitch forum. I was shortlisted.
Oh, nice.
Right. So I got a few masterclasses. One of them was with Douglas, and he was telling us about how his process. He started as an actor. He wanted to be an actor, and he was in Kopitiam.
Yep.
He started acting and everything. And then what happened was that the writers moved away and they would get new writers in who were just not good. And he was like, dude, these aren't good. So I'm just going to write. I'm just going to write for you. So he started writing. And even with stand-up, he's not working on a performance. He's working on how the joke looks from almost an equational basis. Almost like an algorithm, like this is here, therefore this is here, therefore this is here, this leads to here. So it's not even a performance thing. So when you say like, oh, they didn't do open mics, but they didn't do open mics. But it's because they spend so much time on the writing that it's like solid. It's impenetrable. And I think a lot of comics try to not undermine, but they underestimate how much writing can save you. How much writing, like paying that much, a little bit more attention on writing can save. Because I have that problem. I have really hard time sitting down and writing. That's why I just like go on stage and act like an idiot sometimes. Yeah. But when you have a good joke and it's solid and you've written it and you've made sure everything about it is necessary, dude, you don't have to do open mics. You don't, in my opinion. Unless, I mean, obviously this is coming from a basis of you knowing to a certain degree, like, rule of thirds, punchline, setup, to a certain degree what's the rules. But ultimately, like you've used that as knowledge to bring into your craft.
Yeah, because you kind of, you've been kind of educated.
Yeah.
So you're making an educated...
You're making an educated guess.
Yes, yeah. And I would imagine that once they started doing the shows, like either they would have like ran through the material between each other.
Correct, definitely.
Or
yes,
at least like if they had trial shows maybe.
Yeah.
Or otherwise, when they do their first few shows, like there is a lot of stress and brainstorming after.
It must be.
Yeah.
It must
mad,
be.
yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, the older comedians, they all just kind of rock and roll per se. Like, book a show, do show, prepare, at home. And
No, but also you compare to the current guys now, like how many people actually sit down and write out their entire set and everything, man, all the bits.
But that's the thing that as I feel like that I feel like we grew up in different cultures, because like the veterans, let's say, they didn't have open mics. But then we, like our generation a little bit more, got open mics. And then there's the most recent generation that was during COVID times, where we were given that little spot between COVID, like MCOs, where it was like you had 2-3 weeks, there were no acts coming in, and you had open mics. Dude, the level of speed, the level of turnover that comics got, like all of us, every week, new shit.
Yeah.
That is insane. Like that does not happen often. So you end up like speeding through years of experience because you're just going and going and going and going and going and going. It's like Ashraf, for example, he's been doing it for 2 years.
Yeah, the dude's insane, man.
The dude is insane. And he's like, he sold out a 113 show at lineup.
Oh, damn.
113 people at lineup. And I was saying like, dude, what, like he was saying like, oh, do you think I did well? Like, what is up with this? And I was like, dude, there is obviously stuff to improve on. Always. There is always stuff to improve on. But understand that you have been doing this for 2 years and you have not had any experience and you've just sold out a feature show at 113 people. Come on, man. Take it.
Half an hour headliner set.
Half an hour.
Damn, son.
And I think it's that thing of like, it's not necessarily not writing, it's just a different skill set.
Yeah.
Because even veteran comic, like I would say Rizal is not much of a writer. He's a great performer, fantastic performer, but he's not much of a writer. Same thing with Douglas. I think he's a fantastic writer, wonderful writer, but he doesn't do crowd work. He doesn't talk to the audience. He just goes. And it's the vibe lah. I think it's who you are as a comedian.
So Irfan will never be getting shows with Rizal and Douglas from this point on, once this podcast is out.
I never insulted them. Hey, if you guys need writers or anyone to do like social, like maybe not social media, I'm better than that. But like,
no, you're not.
I'm really not. I'm really not.
Yeah, I would say there are 3 different generations, X, Y, Z. Okay, now we call it Z lah. Okay. Yeah. If you start now, even you are old or you are young, you can call yourself Generation Z, for example.
Sure.
Ing J just started recently, uncle level, but definitely have some good American stories over there. Okay, anyway, Generation X would be like, I would say like me, and then maybe almost you. Yeah, you, Risman, definitely X. Like my batch first, then Risman batch. Then after that, I think maybe you are also part of Risman batch.
Yeah, like I'm crossover a little bit.
Yeah. Then my batch is also like Prakash, Brian, Simtong, Tanesh. Those are my 20 to 25 time. I was hanging out with this Brian Tan, just like you are 24. But you back 4 years ago, you just started at some places.
You're really 24.
I am 24.
Jesus Christ.
Right, I'm 30. Can you imagine 10 years ago I was at Jaya 1 my stand. That was my first time going up and I brought all the Monash kids and I was in a second year university. You know, that was my first.
Gosh.
Now 10 years over already, man.
I feel like such a loser now, man. God damn it.
Don't be, dude. I remember my second gig. My first gig went really well. One mic stand went really well. I brought some friends, maybe 2 or 3. My second gig, I told everyone. I was so happy because I was like, dude, I killed it. You know, like I'm gonna kill it again. And then this was at General Space, yeah. I invited people I didn't even really talk to, but they came anyway. And I just ate dirt. Like dude, I was so bad. I don't even remember what I was talking about. But I remember going on that stage and just thinking like, this is bad. In the middle of my set, just going, this is bad. And having because I think I was second as well. I was second going up. And I remember coming down and everyone was like, hey, good job. And the pause hurt. Like the pause between saying hey and good job just really hurt. And that's why, same thing, why I don't bring girls to open mics, why I don't, because it's just like, dude, I don't know how bad this can go. I'm quite confident in the fact that I'm not bad at, improvising and being in the moment. But I've also been where it's just not about you. Like the crowd just doesn't want to laugh, or maybe they're quiet laughers or whatever. Yeah. And it's like silence.
Yeah.
You just gotta
I feel like so bad, you know. Like I'm not gonna lie, like it did bug me quite a bit when I came back, you know. And every time I come back to the scene and see everyone like improving so much, and doing so well, you know, seeing guys like Ashraf and Asu, like the progress these guys are making.
Asu, man.
Yeah. Because I'm like, crap. You know, I felt like if I just had really just committed a lot more, if I was able to commit like more time, go and do more shows, more mics and all that, you know, maybe other people don't think this way, lah. But I do feel that, you know, if I had really just committed to that grind, that I could have been up.
Yeah.
I could be like way ahead compared to where I am now, which I feel is like I'm in this situation where like I'm kind of in the scene but not in the scene as well.
Yeah.
I want to make you feel better. I would just say those are just your fear of missing out speaking on it. You don't need to.
Then I'm going to get angry at you for 3-4 months.
You do not know lah. For me, I also don't want to worship, or I don't want to celebritify or I think fame fades and come all the time. If you are active, in 2 weeks time, your fame will go higher.
Sure.
If you don't be active for 2 weeks, your fame go low, just like The Sims.
Yeah.
You fucking have to go update your social media every day in order to be a famous.
That's why I just type /rosebud, bro.
Yeah. But anyway, for
That's
sure.
a reference.
It's a money cheat, bro.
Definitely there are a lot. Astra, Asu, very good. Everyone, very good. Everybody on their own journey, collecting their own fans, making their own followers.
Where's the hustle, like, you think?
Yeah, I'm not I think okay lah. I don't look down. I don't disagree.
Sure.
I mean, yeah, but maybe I'm selfish or it's narcissistic. I always feel like I always feel like some comedians' jokes don't make my soul laugh. They didn't tickle my soul, but they tickle my brain or mind or my lips, but they never tickle my soul. I don't feel soulfully funny or like
That's not just you, dude. That's not just you.
Right.
That's not just you.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know if you agree with this, but like I have the same thing.
Your soul is very hard.
The way I look at it is it's not really about impressing each other.
No, it's not.
The real impressing is when you do well with a crowd and when you're able to bring a crowd.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like in a very weird manner, it's very dollars and cents lah.
Of course. Yeah.
Right? Because if you're able to connect the crowd, if the crowd loves your stuff, I don't care if I don't like it. Yeah. Because I'm not the one that's the be all end all.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna like, dude, if someone telling jokes that I don't like, but if they can fill like a 200-seater, 300-seater, 100-seater, just by smacking their name up there, and their jokes connect with the audience.
Yeah.
Who's gonna stop that guy, man?
Yeah, man.
That's the thing. I don't think no one's gonna stop that guy, but for me, it's like the integrity aspect.
Yeah, but
because it's like, look. If you can do jokes like that, and you are happy with jokes like that, and you can sell out arenas or whatever, all good, all power to you, because you're happy in that. But I've seen people who claim to be happy or who want to be happy, who sell them. I've done this where I'm like, I sell parts of myself out and I whore myself out because I know it will get a laugh. Or I'll put parts of myself, like the Kelantan thing. I don't particularly enjoy to say like, oh yeah, Kelantan. Like, because it's hacky, man. It's hacky. It's like the Malay, Chinese, Indian thing as well in comedy. It gets a laugh. But it doesn't fulfill, like, I'm not saying anything. I'm just trying to validate this child I have in myself that is like, oh yeah, people like me now. Yeah. But after a certain point, you gotta be like, dude, is this why I want to do this? Is that like, because don't get me wrong, it's not like it's this lifetime commitment. You can stop anytime. But no one started comedy because we wanted to work. We started this because like we liked it and we wanted to do it. So if you're not being true to that, then I have to ask the question of like, why are you doing this then? Like, and people can say like, yeah, we dollars and cents gonna make money. Understand, but there's plenty of ways to make money.
Bitcoin.
Plenty of ways to make money. Literally, plenty of ways to make money. So like,
one more thing is that we have Generation Z, X, Y comedians lah. Okay,
Sure.
Douglas Gang. Then maybe Prakash, Brian Gang, Prakash, Brian, Kiran can say they are always almost going up one more level, but they are always not like
it's either or. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always like there is this S class, but A class, then B, C, right? It's always like the S people, right, is doing everything. Okay, as if like it's a negative thing, but it's not. I mean, I'm not saying it's a negative thing, but I would say let's talk about comedy festival. Singapore Comedy Festival, Melbourne Comedy Festival. In between these 3 years, how many of, let's say, Generation Z or Y comedian get to go to festival? And how many times did they rotate among the S people?
Okay, the way I look at this, the whole ranking system thing,
It's not right, but yes.
Because although you might be coming in from a point of experience and level of work, right? Level mastery of the art,
Sure.
right? But honestly, the true reflection to me is very commercial.
Okay, yeah.
All right,
I like
because when it comes to comedy, right? If you're talking about career comedy, turning comedy into a career, it's very simple. Make more people laugh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you've made more people laugh, all right, whether it's through open mics, whether it's through social media, whether it's through big shows or birthday parties, whatever it is, you do that more and more. You accumulate people, right? Social media, unfortunately, as good and bad as it is a marker lah.
Yeah.
It is a marker lah, right?
Yeah.
Because for example, when you have like 100,000 followers, right, that effectively means that you've made so many people laugh to the point where they are willing to click the button for you.
Yep.
You've given them so much value
Yep.
that they're willing to give back.
Yep.
You know, so that has not that much to do with your level of mastery of the art.
Yep.
Of course, if you're a master at art, it makes it easier to do it.
Sure.
Yep.
You know, but if you're a master of the art, but you never engage that many people on that kind of level,
Yep.
then you just don't have that kind of market lah.
Yep.
You know, so unless you start reaching out, like what you're doing with your show, I can safely say that probably within the past few months of you starting the show, and by the time you do it, you would have reached out to more people in terms of audience and connection and networking than you would in the past 3 to 5 years.
Yep.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
completely.
agree.
So that kind of impact, you know,
Yeah.
yeah. So all these so-called S tier guys,
Yep.
right? Which one of them has not organized the big show? Which one of them has not headlined their own stuff? Which one of them has not put out a video that's done well?
Now, really, all of them have
They
done
check all
it
the
well.
boxes.
Yeah.
No way.
They check all the boxes.
Yep.
Easily, you
Very rarely do they. Yeah.
easily you can talk to any one of them
They
and ask, in your lifetime, have you performed to more than 10,000 people?
Yeah.
Not in one room lah, you know, but
In your
over
lifetime.
over the course of career,
Definitely. Yeah.
all of them can say yes.
Yeah.
For myself, if we're talking about open mics, I can't say that. I don't even know if I've performed to like 1,000 or 2,000 people. I can't even say that.
Yep.
You know, so it does boil down to a commercial point lah.
Yep.
Because if you're looking at comedy as a career,
Yeah.
you cannot ignore the
you
business side
cannot
of
ignore
things.
the business
Yep.
side of things.
Yeah, that's why like I was telling Irfan earlier about this. Like when I first started comedy, I remember I was barely like 6 months in or something like that. And then I started making my YouTube and Facebook videos, right? The reason why I started making the videos was because that a few months into stand-up, I bumped into Douglas Lim at a voiceover recording.
Oh.
And I told him, hey, Douglas, I just got into stand-up, very excited, I said, oh, okay, I talked about process and all that stuff. And then he was telling me that one issue he was dealing with at the time was that he was getting like these young event organizer, producers and all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
calling him out, hello, is this Mr. Douglas Lim? Yeah, my client would like to hire you for an event, but we need to know how many Instagram followers you have.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then like oh, I'm sorry, we need at least 40,000 followers in order for us to hire you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah.
If this was Irfan at the time, I'd be like, bro, what do you expect, man?
Yeah, my girlfriend worked
Right,
for
'cause-
marketing, right? And then she said 40,000 or under 100,000, you are micro celebrity only.
Wow.
You are not even celebrity, you are just micro influencer.
Yeah.
You need to go million, you are only celebrity level. Okay, anyway.
So like, imagine lah. If it was someone that's like known in the scene,
Sure.
but not publicly known,
outside of that.
no track record of corporate events, fine, I get it, because you need something to verify, right? You know, at least at least 40,000 followers, at least he's somebody lah. You know, how bad can it go? Bugger this, Douglas Lim, you know.
Yeah.
right.
This guy has probably done more than 40,000 shows.
Yeah,
40,000 followers, you know.
Yeah, you are right.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, if Douglas Lim is facing this problem, what chance do I have? You know, starting when I started in 2-3 years ago. Like what dog shit of a chance do I have?
Only fans lah.
I feel
Yeah, and then so I looked at Jason also, and then my first thing of when it came to considering comedy as a career was to look at all the successful examples first.
True.
So Harif is top tier, Douglas is top tier. Okay, they had exposure via TV and acting and major roles and all this kind of stuff, do big shows, long history of corporate gigs, right? And then that time, I think Jason was very much on the rise already,
Yep.
right? He was very deep in the corporate scene at that time, but what got him there was social media videos.
Yeah.
His WhatsApp group video and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that joke goes viral everywhere lah.
Yeah. So at that time, I was like, okay, if I want to have a shot at this, if it takes 5 to 7 years to even get decent at stand-up, right? I don't want to reach that 5, 7, 10 year mark.
And have someone ask.
And then, find out that, I need 40,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
I need, because I would have been decent or good at stand-up.
Yeah.
But then because I didn't do this other thing,
That's so shitty, man.
yeah, no
That's
one will
so
acknowledge
shitty.
me.
That's totally me.
No, I mean,
For the past 5 years, I have not pushed anything on Instagram. But okay, well, I want to talk about the festival thing. Maybe I didn't explain until too properly.
Okay.
I like what you say about career in comedy. I think everybody has some ultimate goal in comedy lah. Maybe last time it was HBO special.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
10 years ago when I first started.
I
Go
remember HBO
Jayawan.
specials, yeah.
Netflix is not even big yet at that time, 10 years ago.
Yep.
Every traveling comic tells, okay, if you want to be successful in US, ultimately you will be like Jerry Seinfeld, have a TV show. Have a TV series. That is
The TV show thing. is definitely-
not even your solo show,
that was still the meta lah. that
yeah,
time.
then the meta that time. Yeah. Then after that, later on, how I see it is that you got to be invited to Melbourne Comedy Festival. You got to today. Jason is doing Just Laugh.
Just for Laughs,
Just for
Montreal.
Laugh, Montreal. That is also one of the festival. If you ask me, I want to do that, man. I want to get my name on the road. I want to be a road comic, drive, perform whole US. That's what I want. Also, right? But even in regionally, Melbourne Comedy Festival is the closest we can get already.
Yeah.
And you see the lineup, Asian lineup for sure is only one room, one night. And it's always every country pick one or two.
Yep.
Yeah.
Your chance is very low.
Very
you are
low.
competing with Hong Kong with Vivek Mahbubani and then Indonesia, more Sadiq. Wow. And then Malaysian, out of maybe 10 people, the S tier people, you always get to just see Douglas, Rizal, Jason, they all are okay. I'm not saying it's bad. They definitely
But
deserve to go.
Yeah. They have the market lah. That's the
Yeah.
point.
Then at one point, I don't get that. I don't get TJF weekend. I don't get here. I don't get there. Then you are kind of forced to do your own show.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
the meta is different. I also agree with the Instagram follower. That's why I say don't feel of missing out. And I don't feel like you didn't grind. You work on this podcast,
You
YouTube
didn't know
videos.
Yeah, dude. You did shit.
Those work I cannot translate to stand-up comedy material 100%, but this is also
It adds up.
Or like, if you want to bulk up 1 week, do one time for open mic. That's enough, man. I think for a working man who is doing all this, if I were to be used, one.
What you're saying is that there's still comedic output lah.
Yes. And this is not contributing to comedy. This totally is something part of comedian, like it is who is Joe Rogan would have done stand up and do this at the same time. It is not wrong. And Malaysia stand up is so rough, not getting paid 20 people one night.
Hey, where got no Malaysian stand up all at least 8,000 ringgit upfront, 8K upfront, That's what I learned from Kieran.
I'm not gonna participate in this live.
Okay, just kidding. Yeah, Malaysia open.
Yeah, we all get paid for open mics. You don't 8,000, bro, 8,000.
Yeah, bro. If you're watching this, if you want to hire artists, pay them. Jesus, like what is this? It's I don't know if it's just a Malaysian thing, but I swear the disrespect that people give.
I think it's quite common everywhere, lah.
Yeah,
it's quite common everywhere because
ridiculous, man.
It's that thing of like, oh, you pull it out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So why
No, pay me for the trauma.
Yeah, I met this drummer one time. He plays for like corporate functions and all that stuff. And then we were sitting down and having a discussion about, hey, why musicians charge so much for corporate gigs? Because when you play a bar, you get paid significantly less. And sometimes it's way more work.
Sure.
Right? And then his explanation to me was gold. It was like, bro, we musicians, man, we will play for free, bro. South African ruler. Yeah. Bad accent. But it's like, we will play for free because we love what we do. We play at a bar, we play whatever we want, and people love it. We love it, man. We happy. Corporate gigs, bro. The reason we charge so much, because we want them to pay for the pain and suffering. Because we gotta put up with so much of their bullshit, bro.
Yeah.
That's they don't know what they're doing.
That's really true.
Yeah. So for comedy to continue forward, move onwards, groupie is important, definitely. If you are working with your current groupie already, you should continue. Like Juliana also have her own groupie. It will also flourish.
Oh, when you say groupie, you mean like groups
of friends.
Okay.
Like cliques lah.
Cliques.
I thought he meant like
Groupies.
Groupies meant something.
That's what I was saying. I was just like, groupies. I don't know what you're talking about.
But groups.
Groups.
Yeah, groups.
Who you work with, I feel like that really matters. That's something that people, who you work with.
Yeah.
Because, dude, if that relationship doesn't work, and then you bring that into the stand-up scene, it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
I mean, at some point, it will fall onto you having to interact with other people.
Yeah, of course.
But
but start with a good basis. Start with a good foundation.
So having good relationships is one thing, but also, not if you have clout lah.
Yeah.
If you have a bigger name, if you have a bigger reach, if you're able to sell out a room,
use lah.
People will put up with a bit more.
Very true.
I can safely say that.
You are very right.
Not that I'm trying to be an asshole or anything.
Yeah, you have someone in mind.
No, I don't. But it's a fact of life.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
It is. If I were to be 4 more times more Instagram followers right now, I think the past 3-4 years maybe I would have gotten more.
How many followers do you have?
970.
970? That's not bad. How many followers do you have?
About 3K plus.
Wow.
Okay, never mind then.
How you?
Like 600, 700.
Okay, but
but with social media, the thing is that because you guys never actively try to do anything there.
Yeah, you gotta have to.
Yeah,
update.
mine. I can safely say because I went on a 1-year grind.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know this, but that year my Mama Lion King video blew up.
Yes.
And after the Hakuna Matata one blew up as well, I sat down and told myself, okay, this works.
Momentum.
This is getting me noticed.
Yep.
And definitely it's something positive for sure.
Sure.
So let me do this thing where let me commit to making one video every week for the whole year.
Okay.
Regardless of quality of output.
Okay.
Because I want to set the bar low because I didn't know much that time. Within that year, the Lion King one right up front, it helped me get I think YouTube 4,000 plus subscribers. Okay. It was
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I know. But within that year of making those videos, I had some hits and I had some misses. But
you made it
the
loud.
numbers grew. The numbers grew. I ended up with 20, 30K on Facebook.
Damn.
YouTube, I ended up with like, I think 19K or something like that.
So
And that material is still running. That's the best part. Yeah.
Did you meet like every week, every video? Every week, one video?
I did.
Yeah.
Damn, okay.
So whether it was because okay, this was my bar. My bar was that it could be as complicated as I want it to be. It could be as simple as me looking to the camera and saying hi, bye.
But 1 week, one video.
1 week, at least one video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
A video is a must also in the Sim.
I mean, it's a must in The Sims as
No,
well.
3 things to do in the Sim.
Okay.
Upload viral video, update social media statuses, and write review for something. But if you do that
Write
every
review
day,
for something.
like review a book if you just read lah. Then
Oh,
update
so it's
and
like more interaction
then,
lah.
positive narrative or sad narrative or angry narrative. You can change and then you be an angry influencer. You can be sad influencer.
Because like even if you look at the
Yes, right.
like trajectories of comedians on YouTube and all that. Okay, say lah, they don't play the influencer game. Alright? They're not going out of their way to make different content.
Sure.
They're just uploading their stand-up stuff and all.
Yup.
Honestly, you don't need your videos to go viral.
You just need them to be consistent.
Yeah. Because you don't know who is watching.
Yup.
You don't need everyone watching.
Okay.
You need if as long as you have the right people watching,
Yup.
that's good enough.
Yup.
Yeah. Cause like okay, full disclosure lah.
Yeah.
Like when TJF first started,
Yup.
I was still new. I was just another faceless person, faceless open micer. Suddenly my video started blowing up.
Then everybody talks to you there.
Suddenly like, hey, even like okay, this is not a brag or flex. But even there was one time like Harif came up like, hey, oh, you're Steven, right? You made the video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
And I know, okay, Harif is not, to me, like, he's a nice guy lah.
Yeah lah.
Right? But for me, it was like a very proud moment. Like, hey, oh shit, Harif is kinda
Yeah.
notice me, oh. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm like still new in this stand-up stuff. And, wow,
It's not bad, dude.
Harry
It's not bad.
Iskandar still call me Aaron now. Serious, bro. Hey, crack house meeting. Hey, Aaron. Like, then Jason look at me and I'm like, whatever.
Then did you bring a guitar with your phone number written?
Like, whatever Aaron
That's
is
so
there.
funny.
Yeah, man. I'm still Aaron to Harry.
Oh my gosh.
That's so funny.
Yeah. But it was that lah. Suddenly like, if I want to invite people for something, it became easier.
Yeah, much easier.
Yeah, people notice lah.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
Yeah, bro.
that's why like even I look at Ashraf and Asu,
Yeah.
like they're posting their bits on YouTube and Facebook and TikTok and all that, and it's working.
Works.
It's working. Yeah. So it's not like we have to reinvent the wheel.
No.
We just have to
Put a
just have
bit
to
more effort lah.
do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put more subtitle and fucking upload it.
God. Alright. Okay lah. I'll do it lah.
You're 24 now. If I were to be time travel back to 6 years ago, tell the Dark he should be taking his masters or being depressed.
Yeah.
But don't stop uploading video. Man.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because if you start now, 6 years later, you want to do your solo show.
Yeah.
So much easier to sell,
That's
bro.
true. That's
Because
very true.
I even went down. I'm a big fan of Andrew Schultz,
Yes.
Okay.
so I went down his YouTube rabbit hole.
Oh yeah. He was the one who like I don't know if he was started it, but like definitely that was
worked
another
for him.
wave
Yeah.
of like, dude.
Because like you mentioned about like how like it's always these S tier people, and then it's very hard for the people at the bottom to jump up, right?
Yup.
This guy basically faced the same issue,
Yep.
right? He couldn't get booked on all like the major network stuff.
Right.
He's good, but cannot make that leap.
Yeah.
So he started doing the YouTube stuff.
Right.
Actually, even before that, he was doing it already. Just sketches and nothing consistent lah. But then like when he started to find like things that worked, and then he was building an audience there, then he just put a bit more focus on that.
going.
And somehow he's getting S tier reward already.
Because
bro.
he built that audience already.
Yeah.
So now he can sell out like a freaking theater any time of the day.
Civilization 6, man, this guy. From A tier jump to S, man. Don't play, right?
Yeah. But it's that lah. It's that thing of like, okay, that barrier is there.
Yeah.
If you can't find the traditional way to break it, you got to find another way to get around it lah.
Yeah lah.
Yeah.
Jason is also one of those. But Jason,
Yeah,
if you think about it,
definitely.
You did the social media thing.
Bugger's never been on like Malaysian TV or anything on.
No.
Like
Yeah.
not major stuff lah, not consistently.
No.
He's not been in movies, not been in like TV shows and all that.
Yeah, I would say 10 years ago, maybe when I look at Jason, B tier or C tier lah. You know, we're all working up lah.
Yeah, look, someone's never performing for Jason Young ever.
Now freaking S tier, bro.
Yeah. But he circumvented it lah.
Yeah, he said.
He went with the social media stuff, picked up steam, and then that got him in lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then after that, even like we know about the Netflix special. Like, it's not like Netflix gave him a big chunk of money. Okay, go shoot a special.
No, you just shot the special. And then sold it to Netflix.
Yeah. And that's one thing I started noticing about a lot of these people is that they invest in themselves.
Yeah.
The ones that really break through invest in themselves. That's why I'm happy to see you do your thing also, because it is an investment in yourself. It's a big investment in yourself.
Very, yeah. Incredibly so.
Okay, one iPhone only, ma. Okay, one new iPhone, no more already.
Like some child laborer.
Now go to my stand-up. You know, my iPhone gone to my stand-up show and not selling out. You know?
But it's that lah. Once you do it, you are, like it or not, good or bad, you are officially a comedian that has done a 1 hour special.
Yes.
In a major
ultimately,
venue.
yes.
Yeah.
You can say anything you want about, oh no lah, he completely bombed during his 1 hour.
Sure.
He sold, like, nobody came, whatever.
Fuck it. Who cares?
Yeah.
You book the place,
You perform.
people showed up, you perform, done.
Yep.
Yeah. In the same term, you completed the tick box. You know,
Yeah.
even if it's a bad show or good show, you completed the job.
Yeah. KPI, done.
KPI.
Yeah, thanks for the pep talk. Especially for the Instagram. It's true, man. It's true. It's true that if you got no followers and you do open mic 7 days per week, not even posting one video, this is what this guy was. You know?
Yeah, no,
and then for 5, 10
That's why you gotta do word of, like, I'm trying to do word of mouth a bit more. That's why I'm trying to do small talk more often. Like, after I perform, if I know I did a good set, I try to talk to people. And even if that not works, I go up on my set and I say, follow me.
Yeah.
Just follow me. I don't like, you don't have to like me, just follow me.
Yeah.
And it counts.
It counts.
It counts. And I think that's the most important thing.
Because, dude, you gotta remember, when I first started posting my videos, I had no YouTube account. I had no Facebook page.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
I thought like you have been doing some, some songs before that, and to make to this moment.
The one video that never went onto my main page was the first video I made. Was a stupid dub of like doing the Rock Johnson, because the Rock that time he was advertising like Under Armour headphones, something like that. So he was like on the bars and he had a gigantic chain. And then I made a stupid dub about like how like the chains were the wires of the headphones, something like that. That one, and then I saw like, wow, okay, like few hundred people off my Facebook profile saw it.
Not bad lah.
You know, it's like, okay,
that's good.
Because I was sitting back, I was like looking at open mics. I was like, okay, I can do open mic for 5 years. And then like some nights you have like 5 people, some nights you have 50, some nights you have 2, some nights it just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Like, this is not going to cut it, man.
Yeah, man.
If the objective is to make people laugh and make more people laugh, this is not going to be enough lah.
Yeah.
You're not at the speed I wanted to do it.
You gotta think about the objective. You always gotta think about like why you're doing it.
Yeah. So then I made the Lion King thing, showed it to a friend. She's like, oh, you should put subtitles and all that.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
That's a good idea.
So after that, I was like, okay, got my video ready. How to set up a Facebook page. Get my friends to go like this. Yeah. That's how I came up with the everything thing, because I was at a point where like my friend was telling me like, bro, you trying to sell yourself as you're a voiceover artist, you're trying to sell yourself as an MC.
So many things.
Trying to sell yourself as a comedian and this and that, like so many things. What are you? You need to sell yourself as one thing.
Cannot be everything. And I'm like, no, bitch.
No, but that's why the everything tag came in lah, because like I don't know what it was supposed to be. I don't know what it was supposed to be, so I just put like everything lah. Yeah. It explains it as best as it can for now. I'll change it down the line.
Yeah.
All right. I had no idea that the video would blow up, and then like right off the bat, like YouTube channel was like from 0, bro.
Yeah.
And just boop.
I thought like
didn't know. I went to an open mic that night when I uploaded the stuff.
Wow.
I remember during the day I saw, wait, going up. That time, first time upload something like that, ma.
Yeah, la.
So I saw the views and I was like, oh, wow, Facebook is a very powerful platform. Wow, your content just gets out there so easily. Very good lah. Didn't check. Did the open mic. Then afterwards at the mama, people tell me, hey, your people are sending your video around, bro. It's yours. And I went back and checked, oh, crap.
Yo.
Yeah.
That's a baller move.
Yeah.
That's baller.
And then, but it's also very... I'm glad I got it. I did that in my 30s as opposed to my 20s. I think if it happened to me in 20s, mentally I would have been gone.
Why?
What do you mean?
Because
Too happy.
okay, it's one thing when you upload on a regular basis and it doesn't do well and then suddenly something takes off, right? But when something takes off right off the bat, the first few times you do it,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It gets to your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the first time you have sex, right? It's like, wow, you last like 3 hours and then the rest of the career is just erectile dysfunction.
Yeah.
So like...
You're glad that it took this long now.
No, I'm glad that I was old enough to...
Like mature enough, you mean?
Yeah.
Too much power. Too much...
No, it wasn't
too much
that.
Fame.
No, it wasn't that. It was the fact that like how affected by the numbers one could be.
Yeah, dude.
Because you upload the next one and it does well as well. Then you're like, wow,
you got that.
Mozart, man, I'm masterpiece maker.
Yeah, exactly.
Every piece is masterpiece.
Yeah, I cannot do no wrong. Yeah. Then you upload a few videos like, yeah, I can do quite a bit of wrong.
Yeah. Have you seen Hassan Minaj's Netflix special?
Yeah.
King's Jester. Have you seen King's Jester?
I have heard, I've seen his previous one, this new one. No.
I'll spoil it a little bit.
Okay.
But like you know how he did a few episodes on like the Saudi royalty and like he started being known as like the edgy boy a little bit, but he got clout. Like he got a lot of clout. And in the special he was talking about like, yeah, feed me the clout. But he also had a kid. He just had a kid and he just got married.
Yeah.
And then he was going and pushing and pushing and pushing. One day he opens his mailbox and a bag of white powder lands on his kid.
Not the good kind.
Not the good kind.
Okay.
And they get rushed to the hospital. And everything's fine, but the wife won't even let him touch the kid. The wife like holding him like,
why?
This is your fault. Like I'm not letting you touch my daughter, kind of thing, right? And the investigating police officer says to him, "You're very lucky. That wasn't anthrax. But I have been in this business long enough to know that this shit doesn't come out of anywhere. So who have you been antagonizing?" And he goes, "Everyone." Because he's been going to everyone. And then finally when they got home, his wife was just like, "Okay, do you have a line? Like we have responsibilities. We have like you're trying to act like you're above everything, but I know you. I know you want this. I know you feed off this. So
you
where is
memorize
your
this
line?"
stuff, huh?
Yeah, bro. Because that specifically, I think especially like my generation, we have that thing of like, I will do anything for clout. Do it for the Vine. Like, that started at the Vine and people have been doing that.
Yep.
And even with dumb things like planking. Remember planking?
Planking not so bad. It's licking toilet seats.
Toilet seats. But remember people who were planking and died from planking? Like, it's that thing of like, hey, dude, like hold yourself back sometimes. Because at the end of the day, yes, clout, it helps you and it gets you places, thanks to it. And it's good. I'm not gonna say it's not good. However, if you do not have that line, if you do not have that honest communication with yourself, it gets dangerous, man.
Yeah.
And like we were saying, like I'm glad it happened when I was later, so I didn't drink my own Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Because I can imagine, like that's why I don't blame like child stars. Like Justin Bieber when he was like, drag racing his Lamborghini and being a menace. What do you expect?
Yeah. He's
an 18-year-old kid with money like a Saudi prince. What do you want him to do?
Yeah, man.
Like a poor Saudi prince.
The fact that there aren't more like little Bieber Juniors running around is surprising.
Yeah.
Like, and it's that thing. You gotta be responsible, man. You gotta know where to draw that line. I feel, because you see, and we were talking about this before, like influencers and stuff, right? Like, where do you draw that line between this is my private life and this is the life that I share? Because everyone wants authenticity, right? Everyone wants authenticity nowadays. So where is that line between this is my life and this is something that is for me and for my family, and this is something I want to share because I know it will get clicks. Whether we like it or not, authenticity gets clicks.
Yeah.
But are you ready for the consequences of bringing all those people into your life who can now bring it up to you in conversation. If they see you and like, I don't know, let's say, worst come to it, you had a miscarriage.
Yeah.
And you tell your followers about that. Are you ready for followers and people to come up to you and bring that topic up at any point that they choose? That's a lot. That's a lot of responsibility. I think we're still in the early era of the internet where we're slowly waking up to it, but we're not completely aware of the weight the internet has and the weight it holds and how like truly powerful it is. We've kind of slowed down a little bit with the trolling and calling people gay on YouTube comments. We've slowed down a bit on that, but it's still there. And I think there's new generation of kids who grew up on iPads. Because I get worried about that. I see, because like I have ADHD. So when I see kids on iPads, I'm like, yo, that's going to be a problem at some point when, and I understand, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to judge parents for how they parent, but that's going to affect them at some point.
Yeah.
They're not like, I don't know, it could be battery finishes, they don't have access. But that kind of stimulation is not, if you're not used to it, if you're not used to that being worked for, that's a weird thing to do.
Yeah.
You know? Because it's like, it's so primal.
You see the way children stare at the screens. Right. Dude, it's horrifying. I've seen my own children go through it. It is horrifying.
Yeah, bro.
As a parent, it is horrifying to see. But, you know, again, from parenting perspective, sometimes
you need to
because you got to get stuff done in the house, right? Not everybody has a maid and all that kind of stuff, right? But
exactly, you do.
Wow, when you see them getting hooked on it, it is horrendous, man. That's why, like, part of my strategy to kind of mitigate this is to get them into gaming.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, like my older daughter, honestly, I'd rather her play Minecraft for 3 hours than watch YouTube for 3 hours.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's more than fair.
Because YouTube, like, it's just switch a switch just goes off and it just passively consumed.
Yeah.
Minecraft, at least they're doing something.
Yep.
Yeah, they are output thing.
Yeah.
At least you have to die or kill someone or like
Or build something, or
like,
figure something out. Yeah,
output lah, not only.
Yeah. That's why, like, even though a lot of parents are like, I've gotten parents telling me, "Oh my god, you give your kids Minecraft."
Yeah, dude.
I was like, no, if you know what the hell Minecraft is,
Yeah, dude.
it's fine. I'm not giving them Roblox.
No, I'm not giving them Doom. Like I'm good.
Yeah, I'm not giving them like GTA or anything like that. It's like, I'm like, no, Minecraft. If you know how to, because I myself have played a bit of Minecraft.
Sure.
So at least I understand roughly what's going on. You know, I'm not great at it, but I understand, okay, how this can be a useful thing, why it's kind of nice for kids to be able to play this.
Yep.
You know,
Modern Lego. This is.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, dude.
Digital,
Actually,
digital board
digital
game.
Lego.
Yeah.
Digital Lego.
And you know, say what you want, at least it's not just sitting there passively watching cartoons. And
For real.
Yeah, man. You know, my niece and cousin sometimes they, you know, the kids they speak like American, you know. Their English speak like 100% American. There it is, half already. Halfway there.
I'm halfway there,
grew
bro.
up from YouTube, watch it.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Starbucks and YouTube.
Yeah, bro. It's a lot of comedy.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Chinese girl and all that, like, you know, 7, 8 years old and holding iPad, then they came from Chinese school. Yeah, 是的, Papa, Mama, they like, speak like American, but they watch those idiot, yeah. All American.
Dude, one time, actually a few times, I was playing my daughters, right? Bought them some controllers so you can play games on Steam.
Nice.
We're playing Castle Crashers.
Nice.
Right, this hack and slash game lah, multiplayer. My youngest, even though she doesn't really know how to control, she just likes to like
Button
move
smash
and see
lah.
stuff move on screen. Like the game starts, right? First time, I don't know where she picked it up from. Okay, bro, let's go, bro. I'm like, what? Even my elder one
That's
never
hilarious,
did this.
dude.
Just the youngest
That's so funny.
Okay, bro, let's go.
Let's go, bro. Come on, bro.
You want to hear another thing? So, Mike's kids, right?
Yeah.
You know Mike. Yeah.
Yeah.
He, I don't even know what the situation was, but like, the eldest asked him to take a picture, and he's just like, okay, yeah, sure. And so he pulls out the phone, and the kid just goes.
Kids know how to dab,
And I was
bro.
like, hey, yo, whoa. Like, don't put your lips like that. Stop. Yeah, they grow. Oh man, they grow up so fast, and there's no filter.
Yeah.
Like the thing with the internet is like I was like I'm not new to the internet, but like we knew more about the internet than our parents.
Yeah.
So we had the shit before they even knew. Remember like Wild West internet?
Yeah.
Like
dude.
like people wouldn't censor, like there wouldn't be like child locks and stuff. We're talking torture videos. We're talking like gore, like just the worst of humanity that we just had full reign to watch. And we would like dare our friends like watch Two Girls One Cup.
Yeah.
Watch Two Girls One. Have you seen Two Girls One Cup? And it's just like it's so weird because I don't want to be one of those people who's like, oh, the internet is bad.
Yeah.
I don't want to be one of those people. But I wish at least there would be this conversation of like, hey, the internet is like the world. You kind of get what you put in. So if you go through, it's the Wild West. If you go through this stuff and you think it's always going to be good or it's always going to be bad, that's probably not the case.
Yeah.
But it's the internet. It's every aspect of human knowledge collected on a digital medium.
Yeah.
And that's insane.
Yeah. How's life, everyone?
See?
Next joke.
Next joke. Okay, next joke. Yeah, who here thinks I look like a pervert? Yeah, fuck you guys.
Okay, cool. Yeah, kids, internet. Fuck the kids.
Oh man.
Have you guys played the CS 1.6 but zombie version?
Yes.
Right, I don't know. Okay, I don't know how they mod.
Counter-Strike.
How they mod it, but the Counter-Strike 1.6 old map, old DDoS, old assault, but you have zombie mode.
Have you heard the Hokkien version?
Hokkien version? What?
The one with jumping ghost.
No, Hokkien.
Hokkien version of Counter-Strike?
Hokkien Counter-Strike.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Like 1.6, I don't know.
I don't know. It's like old school Counter-Strike lah.
Okay,
Like someone modded the voice files.
Not fire in the hole, but it's instead of what?
Zawa!
Really? Someone modded it.
That's funny.
Lie down. You know, that kind of stuff.
What?
Damn dumb, dude.
Dude, I had jumping ghost mod. One of my friends had a jumping ghost mod, so the terrorist wall jumping ghost. That was fun. That was very fun.
Yeah. Dude, like with gaming, like one of the recent things that blew my mind, right, was the realization that you have all these like gigantic Minecraft YouTubers.
Sure.
They're not making their videos alone.
No.
Right?
No.
I'm like, when I found out that they'll have like, not just regular teams, because we're so used to thinking in video production, right? But like with Minecraft, it's like, they have people to help them build sets.
Wait, like in
no,
Minecraft?
In Minecraft.
Yeah.
Because they're interacting in the game, right?
Oh.
Because it's a sandbox game, the idea is you can build whatever. It's not, you can build whatever.
Oh
It's
my God, I
unlimited
didn't even think of that.
Yeah. So if the story is like, okay, this week's story is that, okay, we're starting here and then we're going to go invade a castle.
Yeah.
We need someone to help build a castle. Because they're not going to build it themselves because like they got to work on the videos and do other stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So someone is actually
Someone builds
hired.
the
It must be adult and then damn good at architecture and all that. Then design it.
Okay.
Yeah. So stuff like that, dude. And I'm like,
Dope.
these are the kind of things that we won't even consider,
No.
you know, as career paths.
No.
But when the kids grow up and all that, man, it's
They're gonna have
different roles.
it. Yeah,
One day I want to be a Minecraft architect to build a castle and build all the spaceships.
Dude, when you were growing up, if you told your mom that I'm going to be a stand-up comedian, you was like, what is the stand-up
No,
comedian?
man.
There's no such thing. Right.
I don't think they've accepted it now. Like,
They would have believed you have a better shot at becoming an astronaut.
True,
dude,
true,
honestly,
true.
I did say that. They believed it.
Yeah.
They were fully like, okay, no, but you have to be good at maths. You have to be good at physics.
Science,
The moment I say stand-up comic, it's like, what
Just
you
getting high and
Yeah,
feeling like you're in space doesn't make you an astronaut. Right?
Have you met my dad? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
So, you got your comedy special.
Yeah, I got my comedy special.
What is happening?
16th of December, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Everybody come and support. Come
At
and
PJ
watch.
Pack, right?
At PJ Pack. Yeah.
Awesome.
What's it called?
Tuck My Life. It's called Tuck My Life. Yeah.
It's a pun.
Yeah, it's not bad. Like, at this stage, I'm very happy to do the show. A bit of aesthetically value I don't like about my show. Like I feel like the poster not so great, or like my face, or like
whatever, dude.
The face cannot.
I don't know.
The face cannot help, dude.
The shirt.
Just have to accept it, you know.
Yeah, there's a bit of the poster, but I feel like not.
But
not
it's good,
cool,
It's good. I think it's good. Well, no, dude. It's called Tuck My Life. And I think it fits your vibe. It's not supposed to be cool. Let's stop this idea that stand-up comedy is cool. Or like comedians are cool. Let's just stop this.
Jason Liang got fire and the mic big and then
because Jason is the commodity of cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's what I've heard on Twitter.
Hey, Jason is my recent favorite Twitter person. Okay, his account I love it.
Yeah, when I grow up, I want to block as many people on Twitter.
Yeah. But yeah, come and watch. You know, the Stephen Bones fans, okay? Come and watch. And yeah, if can, next year I want to do more, not solo show for sure. I want to do more friends gig.
Tuck my friends.
Tuck my friends.
Tuck and friends or something. Yeah. Then, you know,
I'm glad that you PJ Pack kan?
If I do the same thing,
No, Tuck My Life is PJ Pack.
Yeah,
right?
Tuck My Life is.
So
PJ Pack.
it's at least good that you don't have to worry about like sound. You don't have to worry about.
True.
You know, dude, like it's set. You don't have to worry about chairs, man.
Yeah,
Yo,
dude.
chairs are a pain in the ass, dude.
Yeah.
The thing that's supposed to comfort your ass.
Yes, the thing is supposed to comfort your ass. The design, the layout, at least you have that.
If I pay for PJ Pack and I invite you guys to do with me, would you guys do it?
I do it.
I do it.
Yeah.
20 minutes per person?
Yeah.
I cannot promise results.
I cannot promise it will go well, but I will do it. No, I'll do it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I was planning, but PJ Pack is a bit. You Hush the Theater, would you do?
I do anywhere, dude.
I do it anywhere.
Yeah.
I've never seen PJ Pack, so I don't know. But like I wouldn't say no.
It like right now, like it's not like I don't want to do shows.
Right.
It's the fact that I'm so out of the loop.
Right.
Because I'm not super active like last time, right?
Right.
So I think, you know, I've kind of been put to the wayside a bit.
Okay.
Not by other people lah, but kind of it's kind of my own doing lah.
Yeah.
But if people come and ask me, I would definitely say yes.
Right.
But I think the big hurdle is that people have not seen me do
Yeah.
a long set.
Yeah.
You know?
Have you done? What's the longest you've done?
I think 10 or 15 when I was performing with Joanne, they all.
That was how did that set go?
Good. The Penang, the Penang gig went so well.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
But I also like cushioned it with like songs and all that, so I could go long.
I see.
Okay.
Because especially at that time, like my straight stand-up A material wasn't that much.
Wasn't that okay?
Yeah, that's why I kind of wanted to just take a break from doing the songs and all that, and just go back to the open mics because I wanted to like
Try out.
do more,
Uh-huh.
write more stand-up.
Right.
Okay, that's what's up. That's fair.
Right.
So that's why I'm at. It's a bit of a very frustrating phase for me right now.
Right.
Because like, I know I want to go do open mic so I can try new material, work on new material.
Sure.
But at the same time, it's like life commitments and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Doesn't allow me to go as much as I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you do online open mic, then
Or start your show, bro. Start your own show.
I have considered just doing what I used to do during pandemic, which just hit the go live button on Facebook and just like,
Yeah.
Because I with the open mics, yes, it's nice to have people there.
But you don't like people.
No, but I think 80% of it is just us needing to voice it, say it out loud.
Yes.
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 Having a platform to say it out loud so
do
that we can
agree.
assess it and
I
figure out
agree.
whether there's something there.
I agree.
Yeah. And yeah. If you're alone when you're telling that joke to yourself, even you say it out loud, it might not feel awkward or wrong or something. But when the idea go to a real person like girlfriend or someone, it's somehow maybe it's a little bit too much or like it's too personal, not joke yet. Okay, okay.
And even if you're just sitting around saying it out loud, it doesn't really work. You need to feel like you're performing.
Yeah.
Yes,
Some kind of performance pressure.
Yeah.
Then, yeah.
you will only one shot go all out and
Yeah.
tell the joke properly. If not, that you will segue here, segue there.
Yep.
Yeah, because I've also considered things like, if it goes well for me in terms of stand up and all that, like, what do I really want to do? Because is the whole going on the road thing a thing I
Yeah.
want to do?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Correct.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
Family and all, I'm like, I'm a home guy. I'm a hermit person.
Yeah.
I like staying at home. I don't like going out.
Yeah.
Stream lah, dude. You stream already, kan?
Yeah, but even then, I'm like taking a chill pill on it because the hours are
Too
the
many
amount of hours and the workload is actually way heavier
I see.
than it seems. If you wanna grow at it lah.
I see.
Right.
Because you have to commit hours. You have to plan out your content a little bit. Because I know a lot of people just say just play video games but no, it's not that simple.
Yeah.
It's really not that simple.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you have to have a consistent schedule. You have to plan things.
It's actually put on a show, man.
Yeah,
you gotta put on a show.
It's another job all on its own.
Damn, son.
Great.
And I can't be taking working like 3-4 jobs at the same time. Are you creeped out by something?
No, I'm just looking at that. Is that drawn on the NSR? No straight roads.
That?
Yeah.
Oh, it's printed, but it's a drawing that's been printed on it.
Damn, alright.
Yeah.
Because I thought it sort of looks a little bit like scribbles, but then I saw the faces and I was like, that is sick.
Yeah, it's really good. Dude, that company has like amazing artists working there, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we wrap this up,
All
I
right.
have something to give you guys.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
What's that?
Is it drugs? Drugs! Yay.
Oh my god.
Finally.
Should we open it here?
Yeah.
Can open it here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Steven, this does look like drugs.
Of course. No, this is how you get into a bloodstream.
Okay. Come.
Thank you, bro.
No problem.
Oh yeah, any of your socials you want to plug, Irfan?
Oh, yes. On Instagram, I'm Irfan MyG, Irfan MYG. Twitter, it's just Irfan. I think TikTok, same thing. It's just Irfan.
Okay.
Not it's just Irfan as in Irfan, like spell out. It's just Irfan.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay. My plugs will be Tak again at Instagram, and if you want to find me on Facebook, Awyong Tak or like Tak again as well. And yeah, if you want to support my show, please visit onetix.com or my Instagram account. My dashboard already have the link for you to go buy the tickets. But yeah.
This is so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is so cute, right?
Dude, Stuck with Steven Survivor.
Yes, congratulations on being survivors of Stuck with Steven.
Stuck with Steven.
Came out.
I love lanyard. I always have lanyard at work. Now I
Yeah.
have new lanyard at work.
Because I got these because I figured the guests spend all the time to come here and be on the podcast. And not everyone, I can't belanja everybody makan lah because sometimes people got no time or they got other stuff to do.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So this was
Nice.
also good marketing. So
That's very true. I'll be sure to wear it when I'm walking around. Damn,
I'm all decked out.
I'm Steven's favorite now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I plan to in the next year do more shows. Hopefully you guys are also okay with doing more shows.
Definitely up
you
for it.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely more shows, and yeah, maybe every month one show, and then every 4 months one more bigger one that used to make money one. Every month one show is just for open mic.
Oh, it's just for open mic, huh?
Lose
Yeah.
money on one show a month.
Yeah.
you waste money at the Touch Theatre, then make money other places.
Nice,
Wow.
nice.
Something like that.
Right, looks like Awyong Tak won't be doing any shows at Hush Theatre.
Yeah, you burn a lot of bridges.
Just kidding, guys.
just kidding, just kidding.
Hire us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, thank you guys so much. Irfan Manso, Awyong Tak. See you guys.
See you guys.
Take care.
Take care.